Hey, I'm Kat, mom of 3 and founder of Ritual, the company setting a new standard in the supplement industry. When I was pregnant, I remember staring at my prenatal vitamins and thinking, what's in this stuff? All I found were vitamins high in heavy metals and lacking in the very essential nutrients we need. So we scoured the world for the best quality ingredients, backed by clinical studies, third-party tested, and Ritual's Essential Prenatal was born. Join our family of skeptics with 40% off your first month when you visit ritual.com/podcast. Hey, I'm Kat, mom of 3 and founder of Ritual, the company setting a new standard in the supplement industry. When I was pregnant with my first daughter, I remember staring at my prenatal vitamins and thinking, what's in this stuff? All I found were vitamins high in heavy metals, synthetic colorants, and lacking in the very essential nutrients we need. I believe women deserve to know what they are putting in their bodies and why. So at 4 months pregnant, I quit my job to reinvent the prenatal vitamin. We scoured the world for the best quality ingredients, backed by clinical studies and third-party tested for heavy metals and microbes. And this year, we were awarded the Purity Award from the Clean Label Project, the supplement safety certification that tests for 200 harmful chemicals and toxins. With Ritual, you'll know where your ingredients come from and why we use them. Join our family of skeptics with 40% off your first month when you visit ritual.com/podcast.
Hey everybody, Adam Culbertson here. I just want to apologize. We did record this live. We had a video, but we had technical difficulties. Well, this was our first attempt at a live stream for Creative Typo, and we had technical difficulties on different things. So I cleaned it up as best I could, and we do have the audio here, so you get that, but the plug for the video stuff isn't there. Sorry about that, but it happens. If you were able to make it for the live viewing, thank you so much for being able to show up. If you weren't, Creative Typo Entertainment is doing more with live streaming in the very near future, so pay attention to events, pay attention to things going on, and you'll get to watch some of us play or do something live. So I hope you enjoy this. Welcome to the final Microphones and Morons for the campaign of Darkwell Chronicles on Microphones and Monsters.
The last one?
Woot. The last one.
It's the final one.
Little Syria.
I know. I don't.
You should probably turn it off. So we're
I didn't even have it on the same
it.
Computer. I just turned it on so that it would be on. I mean, those are genuine viewers on the Twitch stream.
Genuine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what comes next, Max.
Tangent.
Yeah. This is the part where we stop recording and start again because we messed up the beginning.
No. You
never do that.
Steven, you know exactly what time it is.
It's Vader time?
No, it's time for an ad break.
No, it's not. We just started.
Not in my mind. What it is time for, though, is for me to read off the lovely patron supporters that we have that help support our productions. So I would like to give a special shout out to not myself, because we're going to ignore that. Riley Whites, Kyle Much, Lamb Sauce, Michael Cross, Garrett, James Ingram, Chunky and Funky, Sarah C., Neri Kwok, Nick Mead, Jeffrey Lee, and Patrick T. Arsenal.
As the beaver.
Papa Nurgle.
As the beaver. Who's Ed the horse?
I don't know.
Papa
What's
Nurgle.
that one you didn't read? Yeah.
Yeah,
Papa
that was my toss in so I could fudge the numbers so I could make you guys watch JoJo.
And
Yeah.
Papa
Didn't
Nurgle
work.
I'm gonna leave it
as
there.
Ed the horse.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah, thank you all so much for supporting Creative Typo as a whole, for all the shows that we make. You can check out all of our shows at creativetypo.com. If you're listening to Microphones and Monsters at this point, you probably know about all of our other shows.
You're
And,
probably still wiping away the tears.
And yeah, oh my God, the
Not
tears.
used to being
If you've
on
been
camera.
crying for that long, I would recommend you drink some water because you are very dehydrated.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
Hydration is important. But yeah, we wanted to do something special. So if you're listening to the audio of this, there is a video on our YouTube as well as our Twitch. So make sure to go and follow on YouTube and Twitch.
You can see our live faces and reactions.
Real
We're
actual
sorry.
facial
Expressions.
Real reactions.
We're sorry.
Links will be in the
you
description.
can actually get all of our really dumb jokes that require you to be able to see us.
Even with faces, some of those are going to be a little difficult.
Are we going to put an audio only version with just like a card on YouTube as well, so that people don't have to look at us if they want to listen on YouTube?
No, they don't have a choice. They could. Well, they do have a choice. They could listen to the regular
don't have a
video, or
choice.
they could look
You
at our
have to
faces on
listen.
YouTube.
You could close your eyes, I guess. That's always an option.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there you go.
We got to
yeah,
You're
record
out of
it
Get a
twice.
bunch
You
of
have to be
post-it
in
notes.
focus if we're live. Okay.
The whole
There you go.
time.
Just get a bunch of post-it notes, put them all over your screen or your TV, and that blocks us out. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Perfect.
there you go. There you go. That works.
Close your mind's eye.
All right. So this one we're doing it a little bit different. I'm sure we're going to be talking about all the stuff
All of
throughout
the
it,
things.
as well as answering a bunch of questions that we got on Discord. And if anybody is live watching and our answers trigger another question for you, then there's that as well. And Sarah will relay those questions to us.
Cool
It'll be
producer
cool.
Sarah is in the background on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say hi, Sarah.
Good job. I'm very proud.
I'm sure she said hi. We
That
can't
was a
hear her
test. It was a
right now
test.
either.
She's in the chat. She waved.
Oh,
I don't have the chat
I don't
open.
have chat
Where
up.
is that? I'm
No,
not
she's
good at
She's the
this.
one that's giving us the information.
I was
from that.
busy getting the summaries
You-
open
you
in
want
case
them
we needed to
feel
like reference an
seen,
episode.
Like you see the chat. You know that they're there.
Mhm.
Which chat?
You got
Is
to
it
talk
the
to
Twitch
chat.
chat?
That's the way
Okay.
the Twitch works, right? You talk to chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Steven is popping his Twitch cherry at the moment.
I haven't been on Twitch before.
Well, I guess we'll start with questions now.
That's weird. Maybe
Yeah.
we should just
Starting
like
with questions.
recap
Are you
some
sure
episodes
we're not supposed to
randomly
talk
for no
about
reason.
random shit for an hour and a half before we do that?
I mean, we could recap a little bit.
Richard, recap season 1. Go.
Yeah,
recap
recap season
season
one.
one.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so season 1, we all had humble beginnings. Some more humble than others.
Okay.
we ended up going into a sewer, which was pretty awful for everybody involved. We investigated some weird, creepy violin music, and we defeated a guy that was using said creepy violin to summon a horrible monstrosity into the world. From there, let's see. We
We got
we
hired.
had a whole.
We got hired. We have jobs
we
now.
got hired.
Yes.
We did. We got hired as detectives, I guess, kind of. I mean, we signed a thing to become detectives, I guess.
We were told that we were detectives.
We
were
were told
informed
detectives,
that we worked for
and then
this
we
mysterious
signed
white cat.
something that said that we would donate our bodies after our death.
Yes.
That
They're-
sounds as much like a
they're
job
delicious.
as I can imagine.
The official hiring process is you have to be told you're a detective first.
Yeah.
Yes. And then let's see. We had some weird stuff going on with giant yellow bananas and exploding cars and
Dogs.
skeletal
Big nasty
bugbears.
dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actual
Giant
monster house.
hound.
The actual monster house, like a weird
Yeah.
green dog that said some weird stuff. Said something Tulsa. I
Yeah.
don't
What
know.
did it say, Adam?
something like that.
Adam, you're
Want a banana for Tulsa? That's
Adam,
what he said.
you're phasing in and out of the material plane. I need you to center yourself.
Yeah.
So
Me saying
after
that fixed it.
After that, Alistair got like a broken body. I guess more on that later. Put a pin in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Victor got
creepy
raps.
hospital times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, creepy
Yeah,
hospital.
I guess Victor got some raps there.
Victor got raps off of
something
the
about
weird.
lightning
He
gun.
cried in the shower.
Skeleton mummy.
I got a
He
gun
did
that
cry
shoots
in the
lightning.
shower.
It's the best. Oh, I forgot about that. That was so sad.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Very
What would
sad.
you do if you had creepy flesh wraps on you all of a
Just
sudden? It would go away.
writhing constantly. You just feel it.
I would scream for
Or cry.
for a little bit, then probably go into cry.
Sitting on the shower floor crying.
Then I would do all the disgusting weird stuff that no one would ever say they would do when they have some of those things. But I definitely do that.
So let's
right.
see. Then we went
Thanks
to
for sharing.
creepy hospital thing to try and
What?
save Turbo.
Yes.
And
did.
we ended up going through the Dreamlands to have some foreshadowing.
Boo.
Yeah, I mean somebody's building an army apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean don't worry about that.
Right,
Anyway,
asshole.
then what? Big black gooey thingy, like 8 dude, and then we fought it, and then we had a little run in with some Haster dude, and that didn't go very well.
No.
Yeah, the tattered king. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we royally messed up.
Oh, you took a 9-day break from
we didn't-
Yeah.
I
investigating?
don't know if we royally messed up. We took a much needed respite.
I was coping. That was a 9-day period cope.
He was on a copium bench.
Yes.
Copium.
Yes. That was 100% pure copium I needed to get over the insanity.
And because of our extended nap time, things got a little bit out of hand. Put a play on. Play made people really, really mad for some reason. And
We weren't very good. So, I mean,
we weren't
we didn't even
that
know what we were
bad.
doing, and they put us on stage. I don't know what that's like.
Imagine, if you will, that you got tickets to go see Hamilton and you're really, really, really excited about it. And then you find out just as you're sitting down right before they're about to start, there's going to be zero singing whatsoever.
or there's just like an announcement like over the loudspeaker of, today, the part of Hamilton will be played by some guy we found in the alley.
Also, we
He
got
just found
3
out,
other
too.
people, too, for a reason.
We just trapped them underneath the stage and brought them up.
As a joke.
Yeah. So yeah, that didn't go very well. We ended up meeting up with a bunch of various NPCs that we had met along the way, and
Had a
made it
chance
back-
to save them.
Yeah, we had a chance to
Yeah,
save them.
we
and
saved
took that chance,
everybody.
and we saved
All the
absolutely
important ones.
everyone. Everyone important.
Everyone
Except-
important.
Yeah, except Julian
All right,
didn't save
all right,
the person
First Bar.
important to him.
um,
It's okay. You got a replacement first bar almost immediately in season 2.
You did.
Friendship with Verspar is over. Friendship with new Vespar starts now.
Best part.
See, he doesn't just fake it, everybody.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't.
live.
But yeah, okay. So from there, we went down, had a confrontation with the Tattered King, I guess, and in the form of the Tattered Dalton, and
TM.
we TM,
Trademark, Tatter Dalton.
the Tattered
Yeah.
Dalton TM,
We bought
They
it.
performed
TM.
admirably.
They're mine.
Yes.
TGD TM.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we managed to at least knock the key out of his hand thanks to a very well placed shuriken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So even early on, shurikens were actually pretty handy.
The birth
Yeah.
of the birth
You,
of style.
you lost 2 of them right off the bat in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's okay because
and,
I bought like 20 something.
Let's see. The key ended up going into the portal. Somewhere in there, like Sarah was stricken with a mortal wound, which wasn't very cool. But then the Tattered Dalton, as well as the 3 of us, ended up going into said portal and insert teaser for next season.
And
Oh,
season
yeah.
1.
It's
Yeah.
been a year.
I teased Max with a mech suit. I teased Alistair with a slight explanation that it's been a year.
An explanation.
I teased you with an explanation.
Victor was just like locked in a room or something. So whatever.
Yeah, and Victor, I teased Victor with a very bad time.
Yes, unlike our
Don't
normal
tease me
Victor,
with a
who
bad
only
time.
has good times.
We should call that our Victor in the no good, very bad time.
Yes. It's season 1 through 4.
That should be the real name of the Darkwell Chronicles. It should just be Victor in the no good, very bad time.
Yes.
All right, and then season 2 happens.
Yes.
Season 2 also happens to have our first guest, Atticus Hinkley,
Woo.
as not da baby, but baby,
Just baby.
just baby.
Yes. Not Baby Huey.
Not baby Huey. No,
No.
Not Boss
Not at all.
Baby.
not. Oh.
and not the baby from the dinosaurs.
And that I would okay. Now I would have loved the baby from the dinosaurs as a
Yeah.
second. That would have been a good choice.
That's actually the closest to what Baby
Really
was,
is.
if you think
It
about it.
probably is, yeah.
Okay. But in season 2 we follow up with the teases. I get a nice mech suit tease of the ability that, hey, mech suits exist in this campaign space. You might be able to have one later. But we're all kind of separated and trapped in a great tower of terror. But we don't know where each of us are, so we're trying to like find each other based off our situations.
Alistair was just in the alleyway, though. He wasn't even in the tower.
He was trapped by his ability to not take a nap on pillows at the given moment, which is prison.
Mm-hmm. It is absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm. And then
It was maybe the worst thing that he'd gone through to that point.
and then you were chained into a kitchen.
Yep. Yeah. Victor was chained in a kitchen and like was being forced to cook people to help other crypt folk absorb powers from them.
I mean, at least if you take that with the first part of that he was just chained up in a kitchen and forced to cook, like, doesn't really sound so bad.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like his boss was very pleasant. So, turns out it was for some assassins, crypt folk assassins.
Yeah.
Damn assassins.
Yeah.
Assassins.
I was gonna say. So we kind of
we ran around the tower for a while.
we kind of did our surroundings. I did a very which is a string of very good decisions that I will make throughout the entirety of the campaign to try to get into the mech suit. In which case it self-destructed. Not with me in it, thankfully.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
That would have been really. I mean, I don't know. I might have made a couple things down the road a lot easier, but it's fine. I lived.
No, Victor got him, and then we went all the way down to the basement because we don't learn. And there was a giant monster thing. I don't even remember what it was called. There was a big ugly monster there that in the dark, and it was going to get us.
Was it like was it is it oog? Oh, it was a gug.
Gug.
There we go.
Gug,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it was a gug.
Yeah, it was a gug. But yeah, we were down there. Alistair and Baby showed up after Alistair was like, I have to go find them. Will you help me? And Baby's like, whatever. Because Baby got pulled from his own universe.
Baby got excited over old meat.
Baby got ripped from his space station in another universe to come here.
Yes, he did.
So we
in like an alternate R universe.
Yes, something like that.
So we defeat the Gug. We get out. Verspar is in a mech suit, thinking that we killed Julian from her world or whatever. Victor just talked her down. It was fine.
Yeah, she got really upset and sad and about to do something incredibly stupid, and then did it, which was awesome.
Yep. So we did that, and then Adam decided that we were going to go underwater instead of whatever he was planning, and we went underwater to an underwater city full of eel people.
Savatus.
Technology.
Yep, eel people and technology.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Skylar joined us.
Yes, our second guest.
So a ghost god person.
Played by Dietrich.
Yes.
Played by Dietrich, yes. And then we didn't do a lot of the things that Adam wanted us to do down there either. Like he wanted us to investigate and stuff, and instead we went to the fish market.
I mean,
Jefferson's fish market.
Detectives or something?
Yeah.
We did our best to be the least competent detectives in a show that is about mystery and being detectives.
That is true.
I didn't even have to try to be a bad detective. I just just am. It's so natural.
Yep. Skylar helped us hack into the computer, and we just skipped a bunch of stuff. And then I bit Dagon.
I went to a museum about me, but it wasn't me. It was a different me that died.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I got all my blood
Museum
sucked
of
out.
Julian.
Yeah, and then they tried really hard to make you match.
Mm-hmm. Really hard. Effort was put in to sync up our voices in some way. It's some weird audio mystery that can't be explained. We faced off against Dagon. That goes very well, swimmingly, some might say, because they're underwater. You get it? Huh? Funny joke.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. I'm reading the script, so it said funny joke on the script, so I'm like, okay, funny joke.
Okay, good try. And we escape into the Dreamlands out of there because Dagon was just like wrecking everything. And then what happened in the Dreamlands? Alistair did the thingy.
Yeah,
Alistair
he did the thingy. Alistair didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
It was the Green-Eyed Cat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a different person.
We were attacked
It was
by
the Green-Eyed Cat.
that thing that doesn't exist. We were attacked by weird giant bug people. The Green-Eyed Cat brought in a Byaki, and then
we watched
Byaki brought in more Byaki, and
more great decisions by me as to try to shoot a lightning gun through glass and then shock a car and hurt everyone. That was cool. Good times.
Uh-huh.
How are you during this, Steven? How was that? How was it, Victor?
Victor was incapacitated for much of it because of Dagon poison paralysis stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like Victor was there, he was present in his dream self, and then you woke him up, and then he wasn't present anymore.
Yes.
So I got to make a lot of fun moaning sounds.
I will never forget some of those because they were hysterical.
We got out of that.
Yes,
and we're in the woods, and then we stumbled on a village with a magic friendly lady who is secretly diabolical, probably. She's evil. We know that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know that at that point that she's evil. I guess
not at that point. I mean that we know now.
Oh yeah.
In hindsight,
she was.
And also, I said she was probably evil. I didn't trust her.
She is definitely evil.
Yeah, I'd never trusted her.
As the children would say in this day and age, she was very sus.
Very. I just hit my microphone with my face.
Good job.
What is evil, really? I mean,
Eliana Walsh.
There you go. That's it.
Eliana Walsh is evil.
She benefited you.
Yeah.
Though. Like
sometimes you got to make a deal with an evil old one to fight another one. It
was a pretty okay deal, except for the fact that we screw up. It's terrible.
What's worse is what makes me dead, and she will make me dead.
And see, she didn't even attempt to kill any one of us.
No, she did not.
Thankfully. That was really nice of her, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. So she helped us get out of there and get back to alternate Darkwell. We found weird trauma gimbal hiding in the back of his shop, using the bathroom in a bucket.
Shop.
And Brackett's head. Nothing else, just the head.
Yes. The talking to Brackett's head.
Mm-hmm.
We found Evangeline, but not Alistair's Evangeline. It was a different Evangeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we met Shadow in the Dreamlands. Mm-hmm. Am I getting all this right?
Yeah, you got Shadow. Yeah. You got.
Oh, okay. It's a long show.
It's only like we recorded it for 2.5 years.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Teleportals, TM.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do not steal.
Yeah.
Do not steal.
Well, no, they're
Max
his.
said.
They're mine. TM, they're mine.
Yeah.
TM, they're mine.
Okay. Well, Max, don't steal them.
I already did. Too late. Eat shit.
And then we went to the tower. After that, we snuck over to the tower because we needed to get in
to get the silver key.
To get the silver key, we had to get the silver key from the tattered king, jerk, Dalton man.
Tattered Dalton.
Jerk Dalton man. Yes.
Dalton.
The tattered jerk.
The tattered jerk.
As Victor called him.
Well, no. She made a deal with you that she would get it. Eliana
that's
you
right.
got the key from Eliana.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a very long campaign.
Yes.
Eliana had the key, and we would kill Dalton, and she'd give us the key.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is convenient because we were wanting to do the former
Yeah.
anyway.
Mm-hmm. Worked out
And
really
so-
good for us.
For revenge.
We went through a tower, and the tower tried to trick us with visions of our horrible, traumas.
Oh yeah,
and
that
stuff.
was fun.
And it worked on one of us.
It worked pretty well on one of us, I would say.
Yes, that would be Julian.
Yeah.
It's Max. Which box is
I
he in?
choked out. That one. I choked out my.
Here's my
I choked
hand.
out my
There we
dad
go.
and used a star spawn hand to drain his blood. It was fun. Very cathartic. I would never actually do any harm to my dad.
The
I love my
pool
dad's
of
awesome.
magic blood under him.
Yeah.
You got
Well-
to. Whoa, that's very loud, isn't it? Am I too loud?
No.
I don't know. You don't sound
You
too
haven't
loud to
said
me.
anything in like 10 minutes, so.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't
There's some audio issues. Sorry,
Ooh,
Oh, I didn't know
audio
that. I'm
issues.
sorry.
Them's fighting
on my
words.
end.
That's why Adam's been so quiet.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Are we ready to start recording?
Yeah. Every time I say something, it's like test. Oh God, that's really loud. Every time I say something, I'm testing it. Sorry.
You
sorry.
don't sound too loud
Nah,
to me.
yeah, that-
So
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you sound pretty normal to me.
I don't know. If I could get through Baby's voice, anything is fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure that if there's a problem, the voice of Sarah will happen in our earphones, and we
Yeah.
will know.
All right, keep going.
Okay. We kill him. We killed him.
Yeah, we killed.
We killed him dead.
We killed him
Well,
dead.
I mean,
Julian
I'm dead
killed him.
now.
Julian stole the kill at the end.
I kill Steele a lot. I love doing
yeah.
it. I won't apologize ever.
Victor had stunned him like 3 times in the fight, and it didn't do any good. And then he made him walk off the cliff. Or
I'll
Yeah.
shuffle
the
off
tower.
a miraculous counterspell.
I did have a lot of fun with that fight. Like I was
Oh, yeah.
really, really trying to kill y'all.
Spoilers, you did.
But there's a magic book that means we don't die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Victor saved himself,
Mhm.
oh yeah,
um,
yeah.
which
I
I
was
wasn't
using the
exactly sure how he
royal
was going to do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
according to the rules, even if he had hit the ground, I still wouldn't have taken that much damage.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have been able to get to the top. I just, run away or something.
Yeah. So yeah, like
You did
Victor
the
managed.
you did the ride in from Metal Gear Rising thing where you're sprinting down a collapsing building, but really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Mhm.
It was
Mhm.
really cool.
So Victor
Yeah.
saved himself, and Alistair took over my personality because I was being a really catty asshole about it. And then Alistair basically was a cat. I mean,
What?
he didn't even really save himself. He just was a cat.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like-
he just landed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well.
It's just like, oh, a building's falling from under me. Whatever, cat.
I was impaled by rebar. At least
Yeah.
what I
And
think
then-
was rebar.
And then you weren't.
Oh, you were impaled by a like a hitching post, like one of those metal hitching posts on the
That's what it
sidewalk.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they cheaped out and made it out of rebar.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh,
It was a really ugly hitching post.
Yes.
A lot
but
of weird
Alistair
texture.
blasted it in his little time freeze.
Yeah. I was dead and then I wasn't dead and it was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
The not dead part.
The not dead part.
Mhm.
Yes.
Although it did knock the doctrine out of your head.
Yeah. I
Because
was a doctor of eldritch mechanics after that point.
yeah, it knocked a lot of your alchemist stuff out of your head.
Yes.
he just
forgot
changed
alchemy
his
when you hit the
focus.
ground. Yeah.
It's not that he forgot
I mean-
it. It's
I mean,
just
it's
that he
not-
changed his focus after that.
Hey, I had to
It's
say,
not
Yeah.
unusual
I was-
for like somebody to go through a really like near-death experience like that and like have a sudden personality change.
I was
Yeah.
bored. I changed majors. Okay, everyone does it.
He already knew how to craft items.
I did.
Yeah.
but
at that point.
Mhm.
But I was thinking very small brain. I was like, oh, I could craft items, or I could craft items that are you wear them in their giant suits and it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also
the first 2 seasons of Julian weren't fun.
yeah. I also it was really difficult to do anything until I got a lightning gun, and then I could actually do stuff. Because
I
remember,
guess I used poison spray.
yeah, I'll use poison spray. It doesn't do anything.
I don't think you ever really were that successful with that.
I mostly just healed
Poison
people.
spray? Yeah.
I didn't really
Yeah.
do a whole lot of attack. I had like a couple spells that did some damage sometimes.
Yeah.
He's been a whole season with a lightning gun.
The
And
light-
still
Yeah.
barely
the
hit
Lightning
anything.
gun changed things for you.
Oh yeah.
Lightning gun made number go up, which was good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I like
And so now we're on season 3.
I like
The third season.
I like the
Adam, you
Mhm.
go.
I like the emote that Chunky and fucking put in chat. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if you saw
Season
that, Richard.
3. Let's see. So season 3, we started off with our
Nice.
first guest star of season 3.
Mhm.
Our third in total, but Nico coming in from A Fool's Quest.
Yeah, okay.
At the time, we weren't Creative Typo and all under the same umbrella, but it was in Dark City in a cyberpunk world.
That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar, Adam?
That's a movie that came out around
Yeah, there
the
is a
same time
movie
as The
called
Shut
Dark
up,
Matrix.
City.
Steven.
But Dread Tech Incorporated came from spun off of that arc. But there was a really cool magic shop, a little fun little magic shop. First time y'all
Yes.
really go shopping outside of Gimbal and Bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, it in case anyone's watching and you haven't watched the show, this spoiler alert.
Oh shit! Yeah, damn.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oof. Ooh,
For
boy.
what?
Okay, I got my
The
face.
show, the whole show, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the show.
Good to place that spoiler warning a little past halfway point. Yeah.
Yep. So that,
Oh,
now you
you're
don't have to
giving a
listen to-
spoiler warning?
I interrupted
Oh,
us for a
if
stupid
there's like
joke.
a
yeah.
new,
It
I
was a
got
good
you.
joke,
I got
yeah,
you.
it
just
was
a
a good
stupid
joke.
joke.
I'm like thinking like everything that happened, but yeah, before the magic
Don't
shop,
tell
there
them,
was
Adam.
there was a radioactive ooze that exploded, and y'all tried to do things to limit the explosion. And
I got
the
the-
most important item of the entire series, an ooze.
The ooze rock.
An ooze rock. One of the oozes
Yes.
got drained by Alistair with his warlock
Vampire
abilities.
touch, like,
yeah, vampire.
The one and only usage.
Yeah,
I don't know. There might have been like one other usage at some point.
Maybe.
I don't know,
yeah, but drained it of all of its life, and it shrunk down into a
Rock.
hard rock, ooze rock that
Ooze
Victor
rock.
decided to pick up and put in his backpack of holding.
I don't know how to play D&D.
Ooze rock.
There was an item. I picked it up.
collect items. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooze rock will be
That's what I
added
do.
to D&D Beyond as a wondrous legendary item because of how effective it is.
it's
If
so-
something needs to eat your life force and wants part of your body,
yeah.
use this instead.
Or
use it to set off a trap.
The entire description from top to bottom reads, "What can't it do?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what can't it do? Yeah.
It
got-
slices, it dices, and it makes julienne fries.
No, that's my cooking spot.
No, that's the tater tot
That's
button.
the tater tot button, which I ultimately forget about
Tater-
all
tater
of season
tots.
4.
But
is
my
very
cooking
sad.
spot can become a slicer and a dicer, and
Yeah.
then it can cook it. Like, it can become all the kitchen utensils.
We never go and get what was the one item that was super
I
expensive
got that in Dark City.
that we didn't buy?
The Eldritch Umbrella.
Yes.
The Eldritch Umbrella. I like
Yeah.
to think that Tulsa wandered in there one day
What? Okay.
with just like $1.5 million.
So
just
now that we're here,
haggled
Adam,
the guy
what
down.
does the Eldritch Umbrella actually do?
A lot of cool stuff, actually.
Okay.
It holds a lot of spells that you can do once a day that are eldritch in nature that would really go well with Alistair's like whole deal.
It's like there's this one item. It would be absolutely perfect for you.
You're
but-
never
2 million credits.
That magic shop is still out there. Well, I mean, if you've listened to the end of Dread Tech by now, then is it? But
Yeah. I like to think he maybe disappeared and just popped up somewhere else in another
Yeah.
shop.
Maybe
the
maybe he
mysterious
actually,
magic shop with
It's
mysterious
like the Happy Mask
tabaxi owner.
salesman
maybe
from Majora's
he's
Mask.
actually an interdimensional traveler.
Yeah, he
Yes.
has just a magic pop up. You know, he'll just show up at random events and occasions selling magical goods.
He's gonna pop up at the Christmas show. You
Yeah.
know, just have a little booth 265, and it's just that guy standing there like this.
Yeah, over Dream Chasers in Waxhaw, we got Mingo, and we'll just have the magical shop owner, Kat, who's selling all of these wondrous magical items. Yeah, sure. You can also get beer and pizza.
But yeah, no, then like y'all plan for a heist, and
Boy,
Yes, we did.
What an amazing
It was a great plan going in.
Flawless.
so heist-like.
Nothing went wrong.
you
Absolutely nothing.
Victor chokes out a truck driver, steals his clothes, and turns in. Oh no,
It was necessary.
Cuts a fillet out of his leg.
a fillet, yeah.
Disguised as
Puts it in some Tupperware.
disguised as a
on the floor.
bugbear, trying to give him towels.
So sorry.
I healed him. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. DreadTech didn't. Yog Sonic Dynamics didn't kill him 3 hours later.
I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't think we ever got a resolution for that.
No, you never did.
He's fine.
Oh.
He gave up his life of slightly assisting immoral corporations and went and lived on a farm where he could be happy and
He
run
went to
around
the
all
farm
day.
upstate.
Yeah.
Went to the farm
He
upstate.
moved to a farm upstate and he gets to run around with all the other
Truck
drivers.
They're all just playing in a field together. They're so happy.
They got a track for doing laps with their rigs. You know.
God.
Oh gosh.
Take a left. Take another left.
Yeah, because the GPS is Mr. T's voice. I forgot about that.
For no reason.
He had a voice package on it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, obviously.
For
And
no
Mr. T
good
obviously
reason.
exists in Dark
He's
City.
making that good Yog Sonic money.
What concerns me is that somehow in this futuristic cyberpunk alternate dimension, Mr. T is just there.
Yep.
Or a
He
guy
recorded
that
a
sounds
voice
like
Didn't
Mr.
you know?
T.
Didn't you know that Mr. T is a multiversal entity?
The hair tipped me off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All of those chains are actually to tether him to whatever plane of existence he's currently on. If he wasn't wearing them, he'd just be everywhere.
Yeah.
That's for
So
our
true.
It's
benefit.
interesting.
Some of them are magic
Or it
items.
holds his head on.
No, that's it.
It'll just fall off.
Or
if
he's like
not wearing the chains.
he's like the
It's like a
dude.
support structure.
He's like the dude from Hellboy 2, where he's like a ghost, but he's inside of the body, and like if there's a leak, he just like ghost form leaks out.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
I think Seth MacFarlane played the voice of that guy.
Did he?
I believe so.
Oh, know that.
That's like one of those movie trivia things where I'm like 90% sure, but I could just totally be wrong.
I believe you.
Sarah, look that up and put it in the chat if I'm right.
but not if he's not.
I can't look it up because then it'll just be me distracted looking on the computer here.
Victor's new tie gives them an advantage inside of the underground because he's able to just pick up barrels.
Yes.
Anyway, he could just
The
pick up
random
barrels.
magic item that was just in the Technomancer cookbook or whatever it's called, that he decided to give Victor. It was
cookbook.
I don't know what it was. Handbook? I don't remember what it was called.
Alistair makes the dude reveal like the entire plan. That
For the
he
first
was
time,
doing.
Alistair just unfolds the entire plot immediately.
I'm tired of all of this playing detective stuff. We need to just figure out what's going on.
And then Julian just hears there's a scientist in there doing experiments with some bodies in tubes, and he's just like, nope. And he walks in and just beats the shit out of this dude
piss out of
with
that
a lightning
dude.
baton.
It's great.
Until the dude's just like healing himself up with his own injections to the point that he overdoses and it makes his entire body explode. From the
He's like
the juice.
He's like shit.
Yes, he is.
His name is
What a
He is
jerk.
like this shit.
He's like Frost from Blade, when Blade sticks him with all of like the anti-hemoglobin stuff, and he
there you
blows
go.
up. Yeah,
I haven't
Good
seen
reference,
Blade.
yeah.
you should watch Blade.
That's a really good
I
reference.
should, but I just
Spoiler
haven't
warning
had
for
it.
Blade.
Spoiler
chance.
for Blade. Shit, yeah.
Blade is good.
Yeah. They'll watch
I
the
don't have
last two.
Blade.
Watch
I've got
the
a
first
lot of
one.
movies. I've got Blade 2, but I haven't watched
Blade
it yet.
2's okay. Blade 2 has Rob
It's
Perlman,
alright.
which is awesome.
That Blade 2 is directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Yes, it is.
Who directed Hellboy 2.
Mhm.
Yes.
And Hellboy 1, if I remember correctly.
Then
Yes, and
chase
Hellboy
scene
1.
with
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
start
Yeah,
off
chase scene.
invisible,
The chase
you
scene
run
was
over
great.
2 guards. Victor runs over 2 guards that
They were in the way.
they were in the way. But they
Uh,
didn't see the truck coming, so they weren't going to get out of the way.
We have a chase scene that rivals the freeway scene from The Matrix 2, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
I was
Chase,
more engaged with
got
ours than the one in
motorcycles.
Matrix 2.
I gotta say, I really dig like alternative combats like that.
Yes.
Like where we were doing like the combat on and around the vehicle, the truck, or like the car Carl was driving, like in the Dreamlands. Like those kinds of things are just really interesting.
We'll
and fun.
we'll get to Carl, don't you worry.
We already passed Carl.
We already
didn't
passed
even
We did?
mention
Carl.
him.
That was season 2. Yeah.
How did we skip over Carl?
The chase
I
scene
don't
in the
know.
Dreamlands.
It's probably because Adam
y'all did
locked him in
kinda-
the garage the rest of the campaign, wouldn't let him come
Put him
anywhere.
in the garage.
He's far too valuable an asset
Oh, I'll
to be
just
left
press
with us.
this
He's in the
button.
shed out back.
It just disappears, goes in the garage.
Never leaves ever again. Manrose just didn't like Carl because he didn't like other people transporting, us places. He was just jealous. He was jealous of Carl.
The service envy, is that a thing?
Like,
Maybe
you can't
Victor,
transport
like-
them, only I transport them.
I'll show you. Boop. Yes, he's in the garage.
Forever, that harlot.
I do
sent
like
him to the
think-
cornfield.
to the farm
Hey,
upstate.
yes, that's a big farm.
It's got one section for truckers and one section for sentient trucks.
Also, during this,
Transformers.
during this scene,
Robots in disguise.
Victor is the most versatile combatant in that there is no situation in which Victor can't attack people.
Yes,
He's
'Cause
driving.
Victor
He
had to
just
drive
chunks,
the truck.
just chunks a fire extinguisher, and it nails
A
the
helicopter.
helicopter.
He aimed. He had one arm like on the wheel, leaned out the window, and whoosh. See, people can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We should have just
Yeah.
we should have just kept you in Carl at all times, and then your new class specialization is monk with car, and you just attack while driving from the car.
Carfu monk.
Carfu, yes.
You just throw ooze rocks and fire extinguishers and
Yes.
grappling hooks. Just throw them all out. Batteries.
Well, I was gonna throw something in the cab, but you made everything in there garbage and useless.
Well,
I had
that's
to reach into my backpack.
Well, I mean, Path is an 18-wheeler driver, so majority of that stuff is just like rolled up napkins and candy bar wrappers, and then like 4 or 5 different drinks that are empty but haven't been thrown away.
Yeah.
Well, some of them he
Yeah.
fills back up while he's driving.
Yeah.
some Chug Burger wrappers
Yeah.
and Chug size drinks.
I think it's fair to say though that not all truckers are like that.
No.
And
No,
most of them
no,
keep
no.
very nice, clean cabs.
That is the stereotype.
Yes, it was just a generic stereotype. He was purposely a bad truck driver in the thing.
Because he got out of the
We're
truck.
on a podcast. We don't need to insult people that are in the car all day long.
That's a good point.
Damn
It's
it.
like when we made that whole country mad.
that's hard.
Remember that one time
Wait, what? When did we do that?
when we said like a country spoke a language and Richard was like 100% confident?
I mean,
and
it
he was
wasn't
just
full
totally
of
wrong.
trash, but there was some food trash in there.
Yes, and like a little dread, a little Dark City hula girl or something.
Yeah.
No, it was a hula mech.
Hula mech.
A hula mech.
Did also do that
The
thing
mech
where
with a
like
grass
Would
skirt.
Julian have collected that hula mech
Was
and put it
was
in
that
the...
I should
foreshadowing?
have.
Did Julian
Yeah.
wear like a hula skirt
oh, that would
afterwards?
have been so cool.
Yeah, why didn't you
It is
do
a-
that?
Because I'm dumb.
A pink mech.
Hula mech.
Ooh, pink
Hula
mech.
mech.
Okay, we need to keep moving on.
No,
We
hold
still
on.
got a
I
lot
need
of
to
show
know if there was
cover.
only one car freshener on the rearview mirror, or there was like 27. Just doesn't take one down.
No, it's like built into the air system. Like you just press a button
Yeah.
and just...
He dropped 30,000 credits on and scented air.
Scented air.
Oh no, he would drop it on fresh air, like fresh canned air.
like the scent is just called real air.
Real air, yeah. Because
like in Spaceballs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
There you go.
Airy air.
Yep. Let's
but
see.
we fight. So at the end of the truck scene, we fight Liam.
Liam.
Yeah,
You fight Liam.
Liam the Terminator.
Liam Levine.
Yes.
Kind of get rid of him pretty quick though.
The Terminator. Well, we
Yeah,
ran.
don't
Yes.
worry, that becomes a theme.
We ran him over with a truck. So I mean that seems like pretty good.
I mean, you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, except that he got up and we drove away because we were very scared.
Yeah. He did not want to. Like Nitz even blasted a hole through him with his gun. But you finish the job. You end up back at Dread
Guys,
Tech.
we stole things.
Mhm.
We're
And
heroes.
you get out of there. That was a long recap of that.
That was a very long recap.
it was.
There
a
were
long
very
recap.
important things to talk about.
Yeah.
Because they're
And
awesome.
then we went to an ice like a cold place, and we went up a mountain with Varath.
Mhm.
And then later,
back to back.
Another
guest. Aaron
Met a walking
Dallavilla.
enthusiast.
Yes.
Yeah,
Aaron Dallavilla.
Dallavilla. Yep.
Dallavilla.
Yes.
Of Alpha Rift fame.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I messaged him in Discord and he did not answer me. And I wanted to know why there wasn't an Alpha Rift Blu-ray because I wanted to buy a Blu-ray of it.
Oh.
But there's only a DVD. And I know he has nothing to do with it, but I was just disappointed.
You should message him again, but use 3 exclamation marks to know you're serious.
Yeah.
When's
I
the
want a
Blu-ray? Exclamation marks.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we go to
I don't know. Did it have a name? I don't think we ever found out the name. What was the name of it, Adam? You knew in
The
your
name
brain.
of what?
The
the
little town.
town.
The little village.
The village.
In the village,
mountains.
the little mountain
There was a
town.
name for it.
South Park.
Yeah, South Park.
I don't remember you saying it was called. It was named anything.
I'm reading.
Look, he's going to reference.
I'm reading.
He's going to his
Oh.
notes.
I'm reading the notes. I don't see anything.
It's not in there because he didn't name it in the show.
Damn
I know
it.
that.
Y'all probably never asked.
Townsville.
We didn't. That's why I'm asking
Like,
now.
it's the
People
one
want to
time we
know.
didn't ask.
It was the city of
This
Townsville.
is a pressing question. People have been
Which-
upset about this since
I would
season
dare
3.
say that since we didn't ask, you must have it written down somewhere.
Will somebody continue with the recap?
With the recap.
Yes.
And I'll
Oh,
find
yeah,
it.
we'll-
I'll
we'll
find
so-
it.
continue with the recap.
So we're in Ice Town in the mountains
Yes.
because
Ice Town.
we had a premonition of the evil there, and we are.
Yeah, Julian went and used it to find. He used his weird spider vampire, star vampire, spider vampire.
Spider Vampire is still scary as hell.
Spider fan.
Yeah, star vampire powers to find it with the technology or whatever. And then he saw the grossness there,
So
the
we
little
were
mountain
like,
that made
hey,
him
we should
sick.
go there. That seems like a good idea. We're smart.
We met Larry,
We met Larry. He was out for his walk.
Larry and Juliet.
Very enthusiastic walker,
Mhm.
that guy.
Yes. And we went. Everyone was sick in the town. They didn't know why. People kept disappearing.
Yes.
Turns out, and we met Varath.
Varath is there.
There was just, a
Who
giant.
was quite the cat enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he liked Alistair a lot. But we met Varath. He's a big guy, giant, cold god guy. I don't know how to
Cold
describe.
God.
Not Kratos.
Yes. Definitely
not-
not Kratos.
No
Not Kratos.
affiliation whatsoever. Original
Yes.
character, do not steal.
Deity of conflict.
Deity of conflict.
yes.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I
Yes.
forgot what it was.
And so he helped us investigate. It turns out that some people are missing because they turn into Wendigos, and some people are missing because Wendigos eat them.
Yes.
So there was really 2 reasons why people were missing. I don't know if we ever.
two related reasons.
Yeah, we didn't. We thought the same thing was happening to everyone, but that wasn't the case because Mike got eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Was Mike the one that got eaten or the one that did the eating? I can't remember.
Hold on. I have notes.
I think Gary ate Mike.
Mike
ate
was the
Jerry.
one that got.
I thought.
Yeah. Gary
was
ate
the-
Mike,
Mike
if I remember
was the
correctly.
one that
That was
Varath
sick?
and I
No, it
were
was,
hanging
Where's
out
my
it
with.
wasn't
notes?
Gary. It was
So-
Jerry.
So you
Jerry,
want to?
That's right.
I'm
Jerry.
sorry to disappoint, but I didn't write any
Yes.
notes for that entire arc.
Ooh, so now we get
Okay.
to retroactively come up with a name for it.
Ooh.
If y'all had asked, I would have said a name. But
He would have looked up a name in the moment.
Yeah.
I
You know what? I think that it's Littletown.
Littletown?
That's what it was called.
Littletown in the mountains.
All the other names were
Is it
so
Littletown
generic.
or
I think
Littleton?
Littletown works.
Littletowns are or little. I like Littleton. Littleton is kind of both of
Littleton.
those together.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we
Town
go.
of Littleton.
All I have is like
Population
combat logs,
declining.
basically.
Population Juliet.
Larry, Mike, Gary, Juliet. Well, I mean, I didn't write any of that down.
Jerry. Not Gary. Goodness.
Jerry.
Get the names right. But yeah, so we found out it was Wendigos, and we found out that it was Ithaquah making Wendigos, and apparently Ithaquah is Varath's dad, and so he's all upset about that.
Mhm.
Yes. So we make our way up towards the mountain. We completely bypass whatever the thing Adam wanted us to do with the combat, and instead we just readied actions the whole time.
Just ready actions and move.
We found a cave with some, people on the wall like Tulsa and Dagon.
Well, hold on. Not only did you ready actions, y'all rolled high on every single roll, and it stopped me from doing anything. Which was fine. I mean, it got
People
you
like our
there.
characters. Try to kill them.
The bridge didn't collapse. You didn't die in the snow.
Yeah.
So it kept the story.
Yeah,
the story
I
going.
I just flew. I didn't give a shit.
I picked a lot of herbs.
Drank a lot of
herbs.
tea.
I made tea.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of tea in that art.
That was your G
Um,
phase.
Speaking of, I think now would be a good time for an ad break.
An ad break.
Ad break.
I'll do a pee break.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
I figured we could do an ad break and I could go pee. This is live.
Sarah, I hear you. Please.
I want an ad break to happen right
we'll
now.
be right back,
That's what
everybody.
I want. Okay.
We have to tinkle and
Don't
stuff.
tell them bye. We just tell them ad break and it goes away.
I just did the grossest thing I think I've ever done before. I had to sneeze, but I also burped at the same time. But it was one of those burps where like sometimes a little bit of stomach acid comes up, but it came out through my nose and it was really fucked up.
So it's like you threw up and you didn't even have to bother.
Yes.
We're not live, right?
I hope we are, as that would be great for people to listen. I will tell that story when we go back live.
Well, here's the thing: is that the non-live people can hear this part. They'll get a secret special.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe
Secret specials.
How did I
Keep it.
That's
Leave it in.
kind.
Leave it in.
if I leave it in, I don't even know what was said. I'll have to hear it in the
ad break? I don't.
Are we still
Are we
recording?
ending?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course we
It's
are.
a joke.
Oh, okay. Sarah has to give us the okay that it's live again.
Yeah.
Sarah, can you put us back on the
You
internet,
tell me
please?
when it's live, and I'll scream end ad break, and it'll be
Can you
great.
I've been a
People
very
love that.
good boy. Can you put me back on the internet? Okay, thank you.
End ad break.
I did the
Did it
thing.
work that time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We
Well,
don't
if
hear
it
Sarah,
worked that
so yeah.
time, then we are live.
There we go.
Awesome.
We're back.
Uh,
Where were we?
yeah. I was just explaining the gross thing that just happened to me while we were at break.
Well,
I mean, nobody wants to hear about
No,
that.
probably
right?
not. You can listen to it in audio
No.
form if it's kept in, but it was really gross and okay. But bleh. Anyway,
there we go. Anyway, so we found the cave with the tablet in it,
mhm.
right?
Yep.
That's where we found the tablet. Okay.
Yeah,
and
the
then-
tablet fragment,
Yes,
not
Yes.
a iPad.
The tablet,
not a bona
as we
fide
called it.
tablet, just a little bit, just a little
The
guy.
tablet
It's
fragment, or the tablet, as we called
a
it.
stone
tablet.
tablet that's a chunk of a circular thing. It's a triangle.
A triangular chunk of a circle.
Well, I imagine that the edges were just like a little crooked, you know.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, they're
Mm.
it's jagged triangle.
yeah, like that. Like, oh,
Like
here's
a-
a
like a
tablet.
So it's like a pie wedge.
I can't do
pizza.
what I.
It's an Elvis pizza.
And then we went through some more caves, and we found
A big
The
old
big
Wendigo.
giant. we found like a big old giant hall, and then we go in, and then Adam hit me with invisible monsters, and
It's fun.
Yeah.
um
The Hounds of Tindalos. Y'all didn't get the name then because you wouldn't have known it, but yeah, Hounds of Tindalos. Which I dropped the name in Dread Tech actually because there's one inside of a vat in Dread Tech whenever they go and look in there.
The Hounds of Tendies. The Hounds of Chicken Tendies.
Chicken Tendies.
So you guys get to see the faces I make when Max says those things. Now
those faces bring me joy.
And so we fought in there, and then like a form of Ithaquah was about to come out.
The Avatar of Ithaquah.
Also, spoilers.
And
for
Varath was
Dad.
about to throw down, and then Victor threw a chaos barrel at the portal, and it turned the Avatar of Ithaquah into an axolotl,
which has been a running trope for the entire series of axolotls.
You know,
because they're awesome.
All I gotta say is just thanks a lot for that axolotl.
Oh gosh! I just realized that both axolotl barrels were in season 3 too.
Yeah, they were.
It was like a theme of season 3. We didn't plan this.
It was the year of the axolotl and Jackie Robinson. Oh, old book references. Oh, you shouldn't have.
And then Julian's favorite person appeared.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
And we got introduced to Yamnul.
Yeah, dude.
You don't have to do the voice now. He's gone.
I
It's
do,
fine.
though. I so have to do the voice, man. Are you all right,
so much better
Steven?
than that if I
I'm
could see your
okay.
reaction.
The cup on here, like the little outer part, is kind of coming apart on the inside, so it's like all touching my ear all weird. And so I was trying to do it, and then I hit the microphone with my hat because I don't normally wear a hat when we record. But my hat
brand.
says Microphones and Monsters.
You rock that shit
It's
right now.
one of a kind hat.
Give it a twirl.
Adam doesn't even have these for sale because I don't like trucker hats. I just got a regular like dad.
There's a regular
baseball
hat
cap.
on the store. There's a regular hat.
Not this one.
You're right. That specific one on your head.
That specific one.
Adam, every time you do the Yamno voice, I take actual psychic damage. It's the worst.
Should I? Well, that wasn't the original intention.
But that's what happened.
Essentially, just Chong.
It was the
Tommy
continual
Chong
intention.
entered the campaign,
That's like,
and he's an alien, and he helps us.
Yeah,
He takes away Ithaquah.
Dreamland's
Space
high elf. He's a Dreamland's high elf.
Very high elf.
Until later, when we find out he's not.
later. It's season 4 spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yamnul is an Eldari.
And he has little halfling Dreamland's halfling minions that were setting up explosives on the portal and blew it up. Gave y'all a little bit of time to run away.
A la Meeseeks box.
Yep. We ran away. We went back down the mountain. No one was sick anymore, and so they were fine. Those two left, and Victor stayed behind to help Juliet.
The town has been ravaged by death and sickness. I'm leaving.
Which we do know
mentioned
now.
before.
We know now that Victor ate Larry.
Victor, he didn't not like all of him.
Oh my God.
I mean,
He
they
just
split
ate
him.
enough
It's not like
Larry.
he's a pig.
And he was able to transform into Larry and know sort of some of Larry's memories and use that to help ease Juliet's, time. Like she was aware of what he was doing. He didn't like just pretend to be Larry or whatever.
Yeah.
But he sort of helped her move on because that's kind of what Crypt folk do in the universe anyway, is they help people and they make memorials and stuff like that. So Victor sort of helped her in that way. That's what he did. So if my wife is listening to this in like a couple of months, she'll finally know because I never told her.
No. But yeah, because you don't make art, but you transform into people that Crypt folk don't normally do.
Yeah, the Crypt folk don't normally do that part.
So what you're saying is he does impressions.
He does.
I like that. That's good. You're getting better. I'm warming up to you, Richard, today.
No, it's like the end of Ghost with where where Patrick Swayze goes inside of Whoopi Goldberg, and like, so Demi Moore can finally touch him one last time, and you just have to really, really forget that she's got her eyes closed and she's just touching Whoopi Goldberg.
Please don't bring up Ghost.
I like that movie. It was directed by one of the Zuckers, the guys who did the Airplane.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yep. And he did the yeoman's work, because the commentary for that is him and the writer, and the writer is like off his rocker. Like, he has so many bad ideas, and they got reined in. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Originally, like the ghost of something was supposed to go into Whoopi Goldberg at the end and turn her into like a monster or something crazy like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a show,
not Ghost.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we were talking about Ghost there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll talk about Ghost if we want to. Originally the pottery scene was written to be originally, like, she wasn't like working with clay. She was like a woodworker, like she would
I feel
make
like that
wood
scene would be,
sculptures.
like, far less sexy.
Yeah, like, I'm just imagining her like with like a chainsaw with like sawdust flying and Patrick Swayze like
around
her from the back.
With the same
it's
music.
so sensual.
They just got wood chips in their hair
everywhere.
They got splinters from like rubbing
one
on
in
each
their
other.
eye.
It's terrible.
Oh shit.
So yeah. Jerry Zucker did a good job on Ghost.
Oh,
On reining it in.
yeah.
Yes, he reined it in.
Speaking of reining it in, oh Lord.
Anyway,
We start a new arc with Julian losing his mind.
oh yeah,
Oh, that
as
was
he was
fun.
wont to do.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Me going quite insane because I'm trying to glean more information off of the fragment.
Yes, and you're also turning into a star vampire very slowly.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
That too. That does it.
I go crazy and I slip into a fugue state humming party rock, which was fun.
While yanking out cords and cables out of
Yes.
Evangeline's machines, and you're being reprimanded by
Shadow.
Robo Shadow.
What are you
Robo
doing?
Shadow.
Stop doing that.
Hey.
I will kill you.
Oh gosh. And what you make is like a little box of nothing or whatever. You took those pieces after you improved the machine, and then
just wholesale rip shit that oh god, who was working on it? Evangeline was working on it very diligently, and me just ripping it apart and just hacking stuff together because crazy brain knows best.
Yes. And that box, you're just, you want to turn it on in the Dreamlands because, as we know, Julian loves the Dreamlands, and when you do, it tethers Julian and Victor to Alistair, and then Alistair jumps to a planet where we fall asleep, and then we go on a safari.
Well, no, we black out, and then we wake up as actual detectives. Holy shit!
I mean, for real this time, guys.
And we do some
detectives.
competent detecting.
Yes.
Like we sail across the ocean with Captain Gerbo, and then and we go into a, excuse me.
You stop for steamed hams on the way there.
We made this. Yeah, steamed hams were had up on the ship.
Banana chips.
Banana chips, yes,
Yeah,
very
the
important.
banana chips.
Banana
Victor made
chips,
some
yeah.
banana chips because I wanted to use the eat a banana and get health back part of the tie.
We're in the city of Cairo.
K-Row.
K-Row.
We got on a jeep, G-E-A-P.
GEA.
Yep.
We're stupid. This is great.
Let me see if I had notes for that.
And then we crossed the desert.
You crossed the desert.
Cross the desert.
It's a very cross dessert.
Yeah,
get
this is like the
to-
origin of like real typo. This is when it really starts to bleed in. But we basically are tasked to find a team of archaeologists that are going missing. So
No, they've already gone missing.
I said are going.
They're in the act
no,
of going
They're in the
missing.
act of going missing.
I thought they were already all gone missing.
Well, there's I thought there was the Oh wait, no, the kid we find out later. He's not actually a part of the archaeologists.
Yeah, he was just like a junior helper or whatever.
He was just a kid.
Intern.
And he was also
hanging out
possessed by a giant evil sphinx with no
It was
face.
totally not
Finley.
suspicious.
Finley.
Yes.
Yep, I do have
That
Janice
wasn't very
Gerbo,
nice.
Jeep Chandera Finley.
Yes.
Like all. Okay, that's all I wrote.
That's all you got.
Cheap Chandera.
Oh, and I also have Anubis,
Anubis.
Continent, and Kayroh, Kayroh.
Mm-hmm. Remember that.
Did I put the H in the notes here? I've
you
got
did.
the notes
Oh, you didn't put
open.
the Kayrow.
That was my
Wow.
notes.
Mhm.
Like literally, that was my notes for that whole thing.
Yes.
His
You
notes
getting
was just a
paid
blurry piece of graphic.
by Janice. Like I knew what I wanted to do and I didn't write it down. Like I just wrote down names
But yeah, we get there and we do like.
because I knew you would ask for fucking names.
Of course, we're always gonna ask you for fucking names.
Except
I asked
apparently
for a
the
name
mountain
today. I was like, what was the name of the town that you never named?
village.
But we
Like, I know you never named it. I was looking.
we get to the dig
Well,
site. We find
it's
Finley. Finley is sussy.
Smallton. Tiny Jim?
Yeah, it turns out he's possessed by something.
The
The Shadowfarer?
The Shadow-
No, it was a priest.
the
It was a
priest,
priest,
yeah.
not the
A priest of
Shadowfarer.
the shadow.
he sounds like
No.
he
Okay.
sounds like Lemon Grab.
I still don't know what in the world you guys are talking
It's
about.
Adventure Time.
I haven't watched Adventure Time.
Unacceptable conditions.
Agreed. That is unacceptable.
Richard, you're phasing out of reality. Also,
Oh, I thought Adam was.
both of you are phasing out of reality.
I fixed it. I fixed it
Yeah.
with my hand.
I come through crystal
Gotta get used to that.
clear. I'm sorry, everyone.
Richard. There we go.
Fixed it.
Hey.
But yeah, we do a tomb raid. We raid the tomb.
Do one.
Yeah,
do a tomb raid.
Yes.
We worked our way through booby
The
traps.
notes in this freaking is no one remembers the Klondike bar commercials.
They don't. They
What
don't.
would
How
you do
could
for
I
a
mean, we
dilly
just-
bar? I remember that.
Oh God.
Dairy Queen wishes?
Oh,
Dilly bar has sticks.
I'm gonna read through all of these again in like a couple of years, just laugh my ass off. Just be like, what the fuck are you thinking? But we're accosted by ghosts and puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get
Tons of ghosts.
Ooze
and
rock.
ghosts.
Ooze rock.
Some
Yeah,
some
use
ghosts
the ooze
puzzles at
rock.
same time.
It got destroyed.
And I
The
got-
ooze rock is destroyed.
Rip,
It was completely destroyed and used up.
rip ooze rock.
Yep. Before I knew it was a dream
Mhm.
sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Which means
I mean, I guess
I mean,
we knew it was
You
a dream
knew,
sequence.
but yeah.
I didn't
Victor
know.
didn't
for
know.
100
Victor
Victor
didn't
didn't know. Victor was just being resourceful. He had that strange rock that he didn't have a good explanation for having.
But we go to a giant tomb full of shiny treasure, and we get our shit absolutely rocked by the Shadow Pharaoh. It's the first time
Yeah,
we
we didn't
all
have a
just
chance.
get bodied, like no chance at all.
I don't think Victor did. I think Victor just got absorbed into the face.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
he
a
got
he was
picked
just
up.
like,
and
I'm going to
just
put you in my
That's a
dome.
star face.
that's a version of getting rocked.
Getting rocked right into that face.
Yes, exactly.
I thought it was unfair that we woke up with a headache both in the dream and from the dream.
Yes.
Mhm.
That seemed unnecessarily cruel.
You had time to recover in the dream
I suppose.
before you did
the-
anything.
Oh, and
Well, we went from the dream that we were actively participating in to the dream that we were passively participating in, and then we woke up.
Yeah, you saw visions of the encounter that's done on A Fool's Quest.
we did.
Ooh.
I haven't watched that
You can't. It's a
or
podcast.
listened
You
to
can.
it.
It's not even a
Ha!
podcast.
I did it to you. Suck shit, Steven.
People are watching us right now.
They are. For
On
the first time.
microphones
for the
and
last
monsters.
Yes. Is that what that says? Holy shit.
This is my microphones and monsters
Thank
hat.
you for continue.
It is.
I pointed it out earlier.
Continue
No,
to,
no, it was-
no. Just
Because
keep
you did the
doing
same
it.
thing
It's
I
great.
did.
Yes, I did.
Continue to
I
shill.
thought it was
brings me
hilarious.
joy. But then we're back aboard. Damn it,
The ship.
the ship.
Squirrels.
Squirrels, the
Squirrels.
gnome.
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
back
Quirrells.
aboard Quirrells for the first
For
time.
the first time.
For the first time.
It is the first time.
We beat. Oh, first we ran into Detlib.
Yeah, you did.
We did.
run
Oh,
into
yeah, that's
Detlib
right. We ran into Detlib.
for the first
And
time.
we said, "What's his name?" And Adam was like,
Detlib.
"You were talking about Bill and
What's
Ted."
it? What's
Detlib.
what's an easy time adventure pun? There you go. Go.
I came up with this character, but I didn't think to give him a name yet.
Detlib.
That is true.
But then, yeah, we got on the ship and we met all the favorite characters, including a fan favorite,
Yelky?
Jelky.
Yelky.
I do think I just have fun making up names in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you do pretty well with it.
Oh, we have the pictures. Hold on, let me zoom
Yeah,
in.
you didn't have a choice though, really, most of the time, because no matter how many characters you did name, we were always able to pinpoint the character
The
that
one
you
that
didn't
didn't
name.
have
Yes.
a name. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or
know
I
you
make
think
up
of
a
that
character
doesn't
in the moment to go with something. I want to say that I didn't even like think that y'all would see him or something. I don't remember what it was. I think I put him there.
Detlib?
Yeah, and I forgot what I was gonna do. I think did Richard roll really high on that or something? Because
Probably
wasn't
something.
Wasn't it
For
Alistair
Richard.
that called
It's
him
a
out
Revolution
hiding?
Man, part 1.
Oh, hiding?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You might have rolled really high, and I was just
I
like,
don't-
okay, I'm gonna give you that.
Victor did. Victor notices huge glowing eyes watching them.
Yeah.
Alistair knows it's a Saturnian cat, so Victor saw him.
Yeah.
Or if he didn't, I gave Victor credit in my notes.
I mean, both
I
things could
probably
be
rolled
true.
high perception or something.
It might have
'cause
been.
My
It might
perception
have just
at
been
that
high.
point was
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah.
And then Alistair calling him out. I don't
Well, you
remember.
know, you see,
For
you
whatever
see
reason, I
another-
didn't have a name.
You see another green cat, like you tend to
You
say
ask
something.
questions.
Mhm.
Hey, nerd, why you jacking my style, guy?
Really, really cool moon though, with the music and just the all the crazy colors and stuff like that.
Yeah, really cool colors, like giant sphinx on a planet in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A giant sphinx that just rocked you.
It's just like the sun can be seen
And it's
from
way
orbit.
bigger now?
Yeah. It's like
super
resting
big.
on a planet.
It's like in
Like-
retrospect, it's like, oh, it makes sense now. That's how it rocked us so bad.
Yamnil spills the
Mhm.
beans to everyone that I am becoming a star vampire that I was trying desperately hard to hide. Thanks, asshole. Give me more reasons why I should hate you always.
And
I can say it now, I guess, of what the inspiration was on that arc. Or I don't remember if I said it before, but it was on Stargate SG-1 whenever Colonel O'Neill gets he comes in contact with the Elder device, and it implants all the Elder knowledge into his brain, but it's too much for him to process, and he has moments where he has fugue states to where he's like doing stuff. He actually makes a device that like connects them to the Asgardians, and then that's where they meet Thor. Or well, no, I guess they don't meet Thor then, but they meet the Asgards, and the Asgards take the memory out of his head,
Cool.
or
So-
the,
I
the
was not aware
knowledge
of
out
that.
of his head, and sends him back. But that's their first contact with the
Somebody-
Asgardians.
Hold on. Somebody sent me, I have to look it up. Somebody sent me a hysterical Stargate clip. I can't remember what it is. But basically, like they open a Stargate and they just send in 2 drones and they just rock the absolute shit on everyone on the other side of the Stargate. Oh, it was so good. I was laughing my ass off when I saw it.
Reminds me of that time Haley Joel Osment was on Walker, Texas Ranger.
I've never seen an episode of Walker Texas Ranger ever.
Oh,
No, I
you
haven't
have
either.
AIDS?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
Wait, in the show,
the
or-
clip when the clip on the clip that I don't know what the plot of the show was, but the clip, is like, Walker's got Haley Joel Osment there, and he's a little kid, and he's like, he corrects like Wilford Brimley on something on what he was called or something, and then he gets a serious look and he looks up and he goes, Walker told me I have AIDS. I don't know. I saw it on Conan O'Brien, like back when he was late night with Conan O'Brien. They didn't have the Walker Texas Ranger
clip.
lever.
AIDS is not funny, but
No.
that scene
It's not.
It's funny out of context.
Out of context. Yeah. I'm sure that the episode treated it with great respect.
Yeah, presented in that fashion is kind of. I'm strolling to find this clip. Sorry, I'm very distracted.
So
Yeah.
we at that point had 2 of the supposedly 3 fragments of tablet.
Yeah.
We got the second one because we found another cave on the planet with Detlib.
And tablet 2 is the same
Detlib.
size as the other one, so you know there's a third piece left.
Yeah, because Julian picks it up and goes whoosh and does mending, and then they're together, and then there's an obvious third piece that's missing, unless it's like 2 way smaller pieces.
I'm posting this clip now in the Microphones and Monsters Discord about what I was talking about. All right, anyway,
Cool.
continue.
I won't watch that later.
Fine.
Yeah,
So,
we'll watch it later.
Yeah.
We're
Don't watch it now.
busy being
I'm
business
working right
people.
now. I can't do that shit. I just want to bring it up for everybody. But
So
We're
with only
serious
one-
podcasters.
So with only 1 fragment left to get, I mean, our path is obvious, right?
Yeah.
go on
Yeah,
down to the
go get it.
bayou. No, go
Not
on
yet,
down to the
not
bayou.
yet.
That's next.
I
one.
mean, it was still goopy down there. It just wasn't regular.
It was going down to the Black Bayou.
Go on down
Yeah.
to the weird
Black goo.
goo planet.
Yeah, so we went to the planet
The
from
filth.
Next Generation where Tasha Yar died, and
Same. Yeah, like that
And we-
works.
and we fought a bunch of goo monsters with Gabby.
Yeah, our next
Um,
Yep.
guest,
Next guest,
Mhm,
Sean
played by
from
Dungeons Pop.
Dungeons and Pop.
hmm And we had to go down. He made us go down again. Julian
Elevator.
was creative with the elevator.
Mhm.
But the
Alistair
goop was out
used
to
his
get
strength.
us.
Alistair got to use his freakishly improved
Oh
strength.
yes, this is when I made you the kitten mittens.
The
The kitten mittens of
Ogre
ogre
power.
strength.
which has got to be just great. Like just seeing this little cat force open like a stuck elevator door.
Mhm.
Just like "Arr!"
I kind of wish
The
it was
heat
instead
metal worked really well too.
I kind of wish instead of
Yeah.
if you didn't use your paws, it's kind of the way like a cat rubs up their entire head against you, but you just do that against the elevator door and push it.
It
that
just
would've been
goes
good.
flying
Yes,
off.
just like busts in inches.
But we go down, we go in a hallway, we have to make a pointless left or right turn.
I mean, we don't
I
know
don't
if it
actually
was
believe
I'm not-
that
It wasn't
anything different
pointless.
would have
I'm not
happened.
You had
bitter
a
about
choice.
dungeon pathing. I'm
You
not
had a
bitter at
choice
all.
on
What
which
would have
direction
happened?
you went.
What if we went right? What
There
would have
would have been
happened, Adam?
different stuff, maybe.
Maybe.
You'll never know.
We're fighting goop. Gabby gets some materials out of a closet.
Mhm.
Victor throws another barrel and makes
Axolotl.
lots of axolotls.
Yeah,
More
y'all
axolotls.
have to step very carefully over
Yes, to make sure we don't step on the
Don't
axolotl.
want to
And then
crush
we
the
fight the
axolotls.
nucleus
mittens.
goop, the goop nucleus on the other side.
The gooplius.
The Gooplius, the source of the signal of the power of the fragment of the tablet.
And
Yes.
we defeat it by Victor like uses his wraps to like shoot in and grab and pull the last tablet piece out of the nucleus.
Yeah,
Julian mends it together and it, like powers up or something and calls star vampires that murder the nucleus.
it breaks
scare it away or
Julian's
something.
suit.
Yeah, it broke my suit.
Mhm.
Very upset by
Uh-oh.
that.
Well, it didn't really break anything. It just disassembled it all.
No, disassemble.
Return to factory reset.
Yeah, left it in
Back to
pieces
And then we went back up to the ship.
Mhm.
after repairing it.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess you
they'll-
don't. Yeah, it did have to be repaired after the star vampires came in because they wrecked the ship on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we went in. Julian was cured of his star vampire stuff, and we go in, and then there's another cliffhanger because Sarah and Manrose are in the elevator in the ship, and then she's like, "Ooh, Yamnol, go!"
Oh,
you,"
yeah.
runs after.
You.
I hate that varmint.
That gosh darn Yamdal, I swear.
and in season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in season 3. And then
season.
we recapped season 4 a little bit more recently. Do we need to recap season 4? We went to the swamp.
Went down to the bayou.
Went to
I
the
mean, you can do it
swamp.
really quick. Like,
Yeah,
really
let's
quick.
okay,
we
real
did
quick.
some swamp things, got some tablets. Like,
Everyone
giant-
died because it was the
Very,
past.
very colorful cast of characters and
Some of the best.
in the bayou in
colorful
Greenpool.
people in Greenpool.
Mm-hmm.
And there is actually a video that Sarah made.
A
yeah.
Minecraft
She
recreation
created-
of Greenpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out the YouTube channel for Creative Typo to see that. At least I think that's where it is.
Yeah, it is.
There will be a second
Okay.
version of that with Greenpool Destroyed that will be released to be determined. I don't know.
Yeah, whenever it's
When Sarah
possible.
finishes it.
I want another tour.
The part
Yeah,
we'll
we're
do
gonna
part
have to
two.
get another tour.
We'll do part 2 of the tour because I still have Minecraft, so I may
I
as
was
well.
about to say, I think with Sarah should make actual monsters that you're going to have to fight during the tour.
Oh.
You populate it with
Yes,
zombies
yes.
and stuff.
I think that would be awesome. But yeah, we had the Greenpool shrimpin' and the golden shoe crab and
The itchy
Jackson.
night
the
elf.
itchy night out. Yeah, all the other names of horrible establishments. Was the
Oh, yeah, all of
the
those.
6 week itch? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's itchy night elf and I forget.
I don't know.
the other names.
Yeah.
That was covered on
go
a
check out the
Morons,
video.
yeah, or the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the places in Greenpool
Mhm.
were covered in the video, more or less.
But yeah, we had another run in with
Including and more that we joked about that are a thing in Greenpool. Now
Yep.
it's canon now.
we go undercover a little bit. I disguise myself as Mr. John Carmack, a la Ken Doom, and then you're Albert, Richard,
For some reason.
We talk to this professor who's a changeling, and I make a deal with him to get some more information about the Tome Keeper. We find out about nefarious Swamp Cat. Turns out to be Detlib.
Detlib,
Swamp Cat.
Yes.
not built head backwards.
Not built. No, that.
I mean, that
Yes.
would be too simple.
I mean,
right?
it is, but
The mysterious giant cat lurking around
Yes.
that we were warned might be there
Yes.
and that we saw in the previous season was actually the swamp cat.
Shocking.
Yep.
We go into the swamp to pursue Detlib. We find a portal. We find shamblers. I use blink.
And
doesn't-
it was bad.
It doesn't go well at all.
No, it did not. That was a very poor choice.
It was
And-
great for podcasting, not great for me.
Holy.
Yep. You died.
Again, this is
Again.
this is the
Again.
third time.
and then you undied.
Mhm.
Well, you never died. You died, but then you never died.
Yes,
Right.
I
Yeah, I mean, you only
I-
you only died in a piece of time that doesn't
guys, I
exist.
died. I
Yeah.
fake died 3 times. Okay, I'm basically
Mhm.
invincible.
And then Alistair goes into a time portal thing where the dimension where time.
It was like a tear in time, you know. You do some
He gets
time shenaniganry. Sometimes things start tearing apart a bit.
yeah, and he
Yep.
got the heart, so now he can see things.
And it's really not
Now
good.
everybody
to be
can
fair.
see things.
Yeah, everybody can see.
That heart item is not good
No, it is not.
because it just shows us horrible things. Nothing we actually want to see ever.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like even if it wasn't like eldritch things, you would see people like decaying in real time.
My favorite. I'm so happy.
So does that imply that the things that are seen
It's
are
like
the
what
things
people
that,
are seeing right now.
that Tulsha knows deep down in his heart?
Yeah, that all things are dying. So you see it like
All things are dying.
in gruesome detail.
It's stuff that you really want to think about.
Yes.
But we summon a giant, horrible, evil, eldritch mushroom monster thingy.
Yep. The Tome Keeper.
The Tome Keeper.
And
Oh,
then we copy
yeah.
some of the tablets.
Yes. And we copy the tablets,
that he has.
and then we run away before we get goo drained.
Yes, bravely run
Bravely
away.
run
Yes.
away.
You managed to
We
get
were-
two
we were
tablets
super brave.
copied.
We got we
Two.
made
Mhm.
roughings of 2 tablets, which we gave to their science team, and there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
That was perfect.
ship turns into zombie paradise.
Zombie.
Because Haster
is looking at
took
it
over
with his
we found out.
nasty yellow gaze.
Yep.
Like, stop looking at me.
Oh.
We had to put Yelky down.
Yeah, I put Yelky down hard. Rest in peace, Yelky.
Yep.
A real homie.
He loses his head.
Fan favorite.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
Moving
I'll
on.
never get tired of that.
that was like the one time we like collectively like really fucked up.
Red blinking light.
Mm-hmm.
It was Yamnul
Morse
all
code,
along.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Yamnul's fault. It's always Yamnul's fault.
We argued for
MacGyver.
several episodes about whether to go through vents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you all ended up going through vents
Yeah.
anyways and get trapped in the vent. Julian does.
Victor never got trapped in a vent. Victor was
I guess
more-
Alistair did too, but Alistair
Not-
blasted it.
Alistair
Julian
just
blasted
indoor.
it.
I lost
Julian
it.
Yeah.
blasted it. Alistair was never stuck. Alistair was just like, your puny walls cannot hold me.
Julian relayed the key to Alistair.
Victor's stealth roll was just so good that Yelky didn't, or that the Quirrells didn't know he was there. That's what it was. I said Yelky. I'm so sorry.
Jeez,
We can cut this out, right?
It's too
We
soon.
can cut this part out.
No, I'm not going to cut that out.
Well, I
Or
have to
might.
ask that
I
at
don't
least
know.
once an episode so that you can not cut it out.
No, okay.
That's tradition.
Can we
Yes.
cut that part out about cutting it out?
Can I retroactively summon an ad break before I said that?
But we
Success.
yeah. Oh, we
Yeah.
forgot again. Stephen has another crowning moment of using what would be mundane items as critical puzzle solving mechanics. We're
Yeah,
using the
battery.
Yeah.
battery from the metal detector to power up a
Yeah.
console.
Mhm.
He was trying to take your extra lightning
I know
gun
he
away.
was. He's really mean. Trying to take one of
Yeah,
my
he's like,
fun
here's
toys."
a battery backup for your lightning gun. Oops, better use that battery backup right now. Better
Yeah.
use it again real quick. Oh, look, you're out of lightning shots. I'm sorry.
Damn, guess
You
you're
didn't
dying.
even
I
need
gave
it
you like
anyways.
extra ones. I don't know what the problem was, but I just stopped all that
Yeah.
by buying useless things in Dark City with my money because he let us shop one time.
Mm-hmm. Never let us shop. We'll have too many tools to get around counters.
So I guess you could almost even say that like Victor's role throughout this entire campaign was basically like de-escalating and like ruining like aggressive things against us by either talking or using mundane items.
Rick,
Yeah.
Yep.
to be perfectly honest, Victor was a far more successful artificer than I ever was. I was an artificer.
I think the problem is
you
that
did the
that, like
tinkering.
Yes, but the thing
Yeah.
about the artificer is being able to use mundane items and to make them into magical items. When I made the magical
That's
items.
what I'm saying. You did the tinkering. He
Wait.
was the supplier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Victor didn't really make the items magical, just the moments.
I don't. Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's a good spin on it. But
yeah, we were successful.
How did we get rid of Haster's gaze?
We did.
Oh, you
already
traveled
forgot?
back
We
in
just
time.
left.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because we had gotten a silver key out of the elevator that Manrose wasn't in for some
Yeah.
reason, and then Alistair put it in the magic box that they built with the tablet information
Mhm.
before they turned into zombies because of Haster's gaze.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Duh.
And Alistair was
Um,
told he could go anywhere in any wind that he wanted.
And so he went exactly where he's been trying to go the
And
entire
he
time.
went exactly
Home.
when and where you would expect him to.
That's where he first. That
And
was
he
his
didn't do
first
anything.
thought
Strangely,
when he felt the energy overcome him when he used the key.
So, guys, we
Mhm.
traveled back in time.
And I left that completely open to Richard's choice on that. Like I
Hey,
did
hey,
not.
it was a good choice.
I just
Pick
want to say
where y'all
that
were
was
gonna go.
absolutely not my choice. That was Alistair's choice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It worked out great because it turns out that Victor inspired Gimbal to make shurikens.
And
And we get to wrap up the whole thing in this nice circular bow.
Victor got
Yeah.
to go see the play.
you
They
got
didn't
to
try
see
to
the
murder
actual
him.
play
I
that
figured. Now I figured Alistair would do it, but I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was
know.
ready
mean,
for anything.
It's not like you told me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that was just what I did in the moment. But I mean,
Mhm.
I feel like Alistair's motivations have always been pretty clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
I
what
don't
I was
know
going
where
off of.
they would have gone if it were Victor's choice. I have no idea.
Well, thankfully, Alistair was a pretty easy one to figure out.
Yeah. I'm glad that Victor did not have the silver key during that time.
It's like, really? I can go anywhere and anywhere? Okay. Like, don't even need time to think about it. I already know.
Yep.
I'm going to go back on the planet with Soren.
But I knew y'all were going to go back in time.
Thank you, X.
Yeah.
To where you would be able to encounter the other crew, Sarah's crew, and everything, which sets up you becoming
Alexander being completely pointless.
Yes,
We stole it from him. He was about to do something, and then Julian went in the other room and was like,
I could do this
I got
better.
And we never found out why he has webbed hands.
Go get coffee, nerd.
Can you reveal why he has webbed hands? He's dead like twice over at this point. Like,
It's a mutation from an encounter with deep ones.
oh, okay. Cool.
Like Dagon and his minions.
Dagon's people, yeah.
Man, we should have given Victor webbed hands. That would have been cool.
He could have made him. He
If he
The
did,
rest-
if he
the
rolled,
rest could have been
like
webbed.
a
Just wraps webbing his fingers
shitty
together.
mutation, he could have, or not mutation,
Victor ate a deep one. He could have turned into it.
Yeah.
See, this is the character sheet. I put Victor's picture on it.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. You
You know.
did. Nice.
Yeah, and so I had all this stuff so people can look and see, but you can see all the transformation stuff down here where Victor could transform into people.
It's
Larry was
blurry.
on this sheet for like
And you never,
a season and a
and you
half. You guys never
never
knew.
transformed
Yeah.
into Larry.
Yep.
We had no idea.
Should have.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. We had some fun in the past.
And then we have to figure out how to get back to the present.
And so we spun a deal.
Yeah,
it's fun to deal with Atlas Nacho.
Instead of just waiting 2 years, which we totally could have done too.
I
Just
feel like
wait
that's
2
like,
years
that's
in
like
the
a
background.
good nacho place name, Atlas Nacho.
Yeah,
Atlas Nachos, yes.
Atlas Nachos.
Yeah.
You could have like the guy holding the planet up, and
Except it's a
it's a
bowl of
giant
Just a
bowl of
nachos.
giant bowl of
Yeah.
nachos.
It's a
That's pretty
nacho with like cheese and a jalapeno.
good. Yes.
Absolutely,
On it.
yes.
I don't really like nachos. That much.
Nachos. Maybe nachos are good.
Nachos don't like you.
Oh damn!
I don't like. I don't really like cheese and Mexican
hot
food. I'm
nacho
weird.
takes
Mhm.
live on Microphone and Monsters.
I love
Well, hot is
nachos.
definitely a good way for nachos. Get some spice in there.
I
Yeah.
like chips and salsa.
I love
I'm
chips.
boring.
And salsa. I like chips and guac.
I like guac.
I mean, generally chips and just about anything.
Guac
Yeah.
grew on me. I didn't like guac when I
Chips
was
and some sort of
child.
milk.
We are so close to finishing this.
No,
this summary.
never. Absolutely not.
I mean, it says you.
We made a deal with a spider
Called
god
Nacho Belgrande.
to be able to go back to our time where we were supposed to be, so we could continue the campaign. And he was like, "Sure,
I want stuff."
but
Yeah,
I want money to
he
soul
wants
or
your
whatever."
essence. He wants a
My
part of your
essence.
power.
You smell so delicious.
And so we gave him a little bit, and we put it in the ooze rock because I'm a
You're
genius.
fucking
Yeah,
genius.
there was some trapped, tormented souls inside of that ooze rock.
He was trying to
Of-
take
of-
like our fingers and stuff, and I was like,
of a
"How do I
family.
how do I screw Adam's plan up?"
I
was like,
loved it.
This is made out of people.
I loved the
You know
the
what?
callback to the ooze rock.
couldn't have
I'm just
written
gonna,
that better.
I'm just going to do a quick interjection here
Mhm.
because I have a question that
Yeah.
I think would be a pretty fun question.
Yes.
Cool.
If we did have to actually choose a body part to lose,
Arm.
which would it have been?
Arm. Because
Arm.
canonically
Yeah,
that
that's a
already
good
happened.
question.
I don't know. I was really not. I pondered that for about 15 to 30 seconds and then immediately started scouring my inventory for anything. Like Victor had his weird disturbing meal that he carried everywhere, which, I revealed later was his mom.
Mm.
I considered giving his mom up
Ooh.
instead. That would have been that would have taken a lot.
That- yeah.
Because probably could have worked that around and made it part of the story.
Can I give you half of
you
my
know.
Be like, you'd have been like, feed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Snarl at
with
me.
this-
I'm trying
yeah.
to have a conversation.
when I saw the ooze rock, I was like, I honestly thought if I suggest this, I don't think Adam will be able to resist. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I
good
couldn't
job.
turn it down.
It hurt.
I think.
This used to be people.
If I'm being honest, like I only literally just thought of this, and this is why I decided to ask the questions because I just thought of this.
Mhm.
I think for Alistair, it would have been his tail, and the main reason that I say that is so that it could then be replaced with just a full flame tail,
Yeah.
like a tail made out of
Nice.
flame.
Yeah.
Nice. I would
I
have
think
thought
that would have
maybe.
been kind of cool.
See,
I would have thought the non-emoji eye. That's what I would have thought.
See, Victor was set up more than anybody else to replace a body part with the wraps.
Yeah, true. That, I mean,
I
that is
didn't want
true.
to do that.
Like, I mean, it wouldn't have actually been a body part, but he could have still functioned.
It would have
exactly the same.
operated and looked the exact same as if it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
You could have done like giant
Screw your
fist
plans.
hand.
I was already doing that.
You were already doing that. Yep.
I was
Spiky
already doing
boy.
that.
Yep.
You tried to set me up with something. I threw something better your way.
Yeah. No, it worked. I liked it a lot.
I mean,
So-
that's the kind of relationship you want between a DM and a player.
Mhm.
What if it was like a
But
tooth instead? It's like, oh, I can just get one more of those.
It's like, I'm just going to take out a tooth
I could
here.
just
Here
get
you go.
dentures. It's fine. I'll live.
That will not suffice. You know, something he would have said something like
no,
that.
tooth wouldn't.
But I already ripped it out.
I can't put it back in. Come on, man.
I need at least 6 more of those.
Well, you at least
I don't
take it
remember
as a
what he
down
sounded
payment.
like.
I'm good for it next week.
You get
I
to
swear.
keep your molars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he sends us back to our time, but it's a week later, and we are directly in the gaze of Haster and have to do a war.
It's final battle time, nerds.
Final
Yeah.
battle time. We
Doing
did the
a
skill
war.
check challenge.
Many
Which
impressions.
was
Very
awesome.
successful skill check challenge.
Very successful skill check
Lots of
challenge. Then we
successes.
individual battles. We brought back all the guest
We
stars.
did.
Oh, excuse me.
We had a lot
Plus,
of
you know, a
fun.
Had a
handful of
lot of
extra.
fun, except for Carl. He stayed home because everyone hates Carl.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to bring Carl.
Especially
And
Adam
then
hates Carl.
and then Alistair turns into Tulsa for real, and Julian dies the end.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Everybody cries.
Everyone cries.
Spoiler.
Because everyone's
Everyone
very, very
cries.
sad because Steven did a really, really, really good prologue about
Epilogue.
epilogue, you're right.
I mean, you're doing a prologue
Yes,
now too, right?
epilogue
Yeah.
about, you know,
I live in the sewer and I hate my life.
it's
It's just that over and over again in a journal.
recollecting and coping with the events that happened. But that's
Oh,
it.
man.
And then we did a podcast.
I think I saw somebody on the street that looks just like me.
Yeah. and the kid,
He didn't though. He's like, there's a guy that has my exact hat.
I'm gonna steal it.
Can you get a hat? I thought this was a unique hat.
Oh yeah, because you would have looked human.
What
yeah.
a rip.
I would have looked human, but I was wearing the hat and the trench
The
coat, and it
trench
would have
coat,
looked the
And
same.
Yeah,
then
like, dude, Jack and Yo style.
that's the end of the campaign. It only took 2.5 years. and
Victor saw himself.
I think
in the
I
past.
ate that guy before.
222 episodes.
Victor saw himself in the past with the hat and the trench coat and thought they looked really neat, and so he went and bought them.
Yeah.
He went in the store and bought ones that looked just like it. Victor caused his wardrobe was a bootstrap paradox.
Yes.
Okay, we gotta do questions now, right? Or what are we doing?
Yeah,
we got to
think
answer all these
I
questions.
think
sure a
I
lot of
think
questions
Steven
are
needs
good.
to say something first.
Steven, say something first.
Steven.
Oh, do I? What are
Oh
you
my
talking
God,
about?
Ad break.
Oh, we got an ad break though. Ad break.
Ad break. Damn it.
Good job.
I made the mic peak with the ad break. I just asked Elizabeth if she had any questions up to the point that she has listened to,
Mhm.
which she just heard my Ooze Rock Triumph. That was the last episode she heard. And she asked, one, why didn't Alistair talk to Evangeline and change the past?
I mean, I can
And I was
can
like,
get into that.
You'll find out later. It's kind of answered.
I mean, it
And
is
then-
kind of answered, but I mean,
And then I swear, she asked, why the trench coat and fedora? Why did Victor wear those? She literally just asked me that. I'm going to say that on the podcast in a second.
What's
When I
that?
come
that's
back.
great.
I asked Elizabeth if she had any questions up to the point where she has listened to, which essentially is the Ooze Rock Triumph episode.
Oh, okay.
Like the last part of the show that she's heard so far is me gloating in the outro. And she asked, one, why did Tulsa not try to talk to Evangeline and change things, which is more or less answered in the podcast.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you mean
and the second
Alistair?
question, Yeah, that's what I said.
You said Tulsa.
I think.
You
So
said Tulsa.
the second time you did say Tulsa.
And then the second question she asked is why does Victor wear a trench coat and fedora? And I just thought that was beautiful. I'm gonna say that on the thing in the podcast in a second. So act like you didn't hear it before.
Okay.
You too, Sarah. This is how we do morons during the ad
She
break.
asked that?
Gasp.
Act like it's not the third time I'm hearing it.
End ad break.
Hello.
No,
So
it's time for questions, everyone.
It's time for questions. During the ad break, I asked my lovely wife, Elizabeth, if she had any questions. She has not finished the show yet. She has just heard my Ooze Rock Triumph from season 4. So she hasn't heard the final battle or anything. So the first question she asked was, why did Alistair not talk to Evangeline and try to change the past? Kind of feel like the show has explained that, so I won't go into it. The second question she asked, and I swear this is true, she asked, why does Victor wear a trench coat and fedora? She's not listening to me at all. You were supposed to laugh louder and act like I didn't
I'm
know
sorry.
that before the ad break was
Damn
over.
it. Oh, God.
That's
we ruined the
hilarious.
bit. Oh, no.
Coincidence. Oh, that's
Noises.
crazy.
That's not a joke, though. That's actually the question she asked, which I thought was really funny considering I just made up a silly explanation for why he wore it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
So anyway, now we can go to the questions that were already there.
Yeah.
The questions that were already there.
I saved my only beer for questions.
Yeah, do we have a list of these?
I would have and
Trying
grabbed hard
We
seltzer for
don't.
myself.
We've just got to muddle through the chat here, I guess.
Well, there's a bunch of questions in the Discord still.
No, there's a bunch of questions
That's
in
what I
Discord.
meant. That's
Yeah,
what I
we don't gotta
meant when I said
muddle.
chat. I meant
It's all
the
there.
Discord.
But if
We
people
know where
ask
it
questions, I
is.
said no. Someone did it. It's the. I think. Hold on, I'm scrolling up through the chat. I think there was a question actually. Yeah, Lamb Sauce threw it in here. I think.
I don't know.
No, that was just a very nice thing to say about the podcast. Thank you, Lamb Sauce.
You're not going to read it?
I can read the whole thing if you want me to. Just popping in to say hi. Congratulations on making it this far in the campaign. Lol. Do I have to read those out, or can I just? Okay.
You said he.
Okay.
I have ye mooted.
No, you don't have to continue.
I'm gonna
reading
keep
it.
doing it. You tell me to read the whole thing out.
Let's go in the
Oh,
Discord.
there's
We had
more.
an official channel for the questions. We had an official channel for the questions. We haven't answered these. We didn't answer them last time. We did a Morons.
No, we're
like
going to
2
do that
weeks ago.
too. We're going to do that too.
Oh,
We have
okay.
to get that.
No, he was reading the nice thing
Yeah.
that she
It's a nice
said.
thing.
Okay.
Beaver spoilers
Okay.
because I'm still back at the Bang of Hounds and loving it. You guys are brilliant, and I can't wait to catch up on it all. I'm glad you didn't stick around because we spoiled like literally the whole thing. Totally don't have a fail it.
Might be why.
Alistair cough cough who said that. Well, you said that because you typed it. But the banter you have is fantastic. So much so that I actually get many strange looks in work from audibly laughing randomly while unpacking the deliveries in the morning. Haha. Thank you, Lamb Sauce.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
no,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much. Sorry, I didn't realize there was more comment left. I wasn't trying to just go past it.
It's all good. I
don't have
Nico,
a beer.
Nico, I have experimented. Nico, put this in the chat. I've experimented poorly with an Australian accent. I don't think I could possibly do it with an Irish accent without sounding
What?
terrible.
You didn't
Lam-
like Vickers?
Oh no, please don't. No.
I would just sound like Lucky from the
Okay.
Lucky Charms commercial.
Shut.
There's an easy way to do an Irish accent.
Okay, watch Boondock
You
Saints.
just
Careful,
No.
we don't want to alienate Ireland.
There's
too.
just 4 words.
Okay.
4 words you need to.
Okay.
Whale, oil, beef, and hooked. And just say
Oil,
all
beef,
4 of
hooked.
those words.
Oil beef hooked.
I'm going to wait for Max
No,
to catch
no,
up.
I'm
Whatever.
trying to remember all of them, and now I can't. Oil, beef, and hooked.
Whale,
Whale,
Oil,
Whale.
beef, hooked.
oil, beef,
beef
hooked.
I can't. I get it.
Whale, oil, beef,
I get it.
hooked.
I get it. Okay, I'm not gonna say it down.
Welcome to 30 seconds ago. Max just time traveled. It's the craziest thing.
God.
All
All right.
right, first question from Sergeant Donut. Why does Richard never use a large chunk of his toolkit as a warlock and skip/ignore some of his amazing spells?
So I think that there's really a few parts to this, if I'm being honest. Maybe about 50% of it is that Alistair is kind of lazy. Like, he's not going to really put in more effort than he really needs to.
Kind of lazy. Motherfucker, you sleep half the day.
Exactly. That's the point.
He sleeps a whole day because he learned how to.
You've invented
double time.
You've invented and perfected better ways of you wasting time.
So maybe
he sleeps 24 hours a day because he made another 24 hours where he doesn't have to sleep, and he sleeps part of those.
I mean, that's true. But maybe about another 20% of it is that I think things through, and just for action efficiency, there's just better things that I can do in a lot of cases. And maybe the other 30% is because I just forget.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything Richard just said. He was
you
glitching out.
You're starting to cut out there.
I'm hearing it again.
Oh no.
Yeah, you should start ponging.
It's coming back? Is it back?
It's back. You're back.
Yeah, you're good.
Do I need to re-explain
Excellent.
anything?
No, I think we got it.
We think we got it. 50, 30, 20.
I think I understood. Alistair's is lazy. He's not going to do more work than he needs to.
Yeah, exactly. Alistair's lazy. Like, sometimes it's just not really much of else that I can do better than Eldritch Blast, because Eldritch Blast is ridiculous. And I just forget sometimes.
I've never played a Warlock, so I have no idea. I assume that Richard did a fine job. Also,
he also have a very limited spell slots.
That's very true. Like, it's a very limited pool of spell slots. So sometimes you just kind of like, well, I don't necessarily need to use something right now. Like, I might need to use a dim door later because, like, stuff is going down. Mm-hmm. So I mean, definitely Pocket Dim Door figured into at least a few of those, like, Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, Victor didn't use any of his spells because he didn't have any spells.
You had a spell.
That sounds like
you kind of had a spell.
He has a spell.
When I gave you the enchantment on the dowel to stab people to heal,
spell.
That's the heal.
Heal spell. I didn't have to stab people. I just had to touch them.
It's the only way it would have worked. But it's fine. It like goes in, but like it's not like it breaks the skin and then comes back out, and it's fine. It's magic. Hush.
Another Alistair question. Well, I guess this is a question for like me. Why didn't Alistair's crew not have to do wisdom saves? Which it was answered there, but the reason they didn't have to do wisdom saves because either they were a god or god adjacent.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's because they don't have any wisdom between the three of them.
No. and the save was random, based on the dice I was rolling. So it could have been any stat that took a hit. Or no, I guess you had to do a wisdom save to take a stat hit. That's what it was. Yeah, it was a wisdom save.
Yeah. It was a wisdom save, but the hit on the stat was random.
Yeah. But previous there was a sign to it previous because in Victor's fight, Skylar didn't have to do a wisdom save because we know Skylar's a god. So it was a hint that Alistair was a god in that next fight without saying it.
And that ties into the next question was what was the recording schedule for the final fight? Who recorded first?
Oh, yeah.
And when was it recorded versus Dread Tech? So if I remember correctly, it was Max first.
Max first.
And then Richard and then me.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So the last two were swapped on release.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because I actually heard the other two fights before my fight.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Max's live and I heard a recording of Richard's because I wanted to.
Hey, I also heard Max's live.
Did
yes, you did.
Wait a minute!
It's almost like you were there.
Souse, Richard?
What?
Souse of 1,000 corpses.
Oh my god!
Souse would put down 1,000 somethings.
Yeah,
with little effort.
Corpses sounds like a Tuesday afternoon. Like.
How long did it take to record the final battle?
Actually, one other thing, just to back up really quick. As far as when Dread Tech recorded in relation to that, I think we had actually finished recording Dread Tech entirely before we started the battles.
You had, because I remember you told me something about.
Like we already knew where Dread Tech left off when we appeared in the battle with Max.
And spoiler, because that episode's not left off. What happens at the end of Dread Tech Season 1 is they actually get pulled out of it by Evangeline. They get saved by Evangeline to
Eliana.
listen. Oh my God, Eliana! Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, wait, what?
the other
Versabot.
E name. Yeah, Eliana.
Janice pulled them out.
He was good for something.
He was good for making people
Besides
cry.
writing
good for more than
plays.
Alexander, that's for sure.
Oh God, Alexander was
Useless.
he was not.
Useless. That's what Alexander was.
Are we past the Dredge Tech spoilers? Because I haven't finished Dredge Tech.
Alexander was the leader before he died. Actually,
Yeah. He didn't give much of a spoiler. It was just, at the end.
I do want to listen to it.
Something
I wanna get
Yeah.
the fresh take. The
Well,
hot
we
take.
haven't actually really given any like spoilers for it, really.
no. Sarah
Yeah.
Sarah was the leader. But Alexander was a fighter, and he was actually a very capable fighter and everything.
Okay, sure. That's why he's dead.
He also worked on the seal. So
Alexander on that.
trying to get a connection through magic.
It just seems like you're just being an Alexander stan.
But no, Alexander
how
wasn't
long?
useless. He just didn't show it in the show.
Right.
Next question.
Yeah. How long did it take to record the final battle was the question that we didn't get to yet.
Over the course of 2 months.
Yeah.
I think it took 2 months to coordinate that.
all
I'd
the way
say-
from the actual skill challenge all the way through.
Yeah, trying to
Yeah,
coordinate almost 10 working adults to sit down together for more than an hour to do anything is moving heaven and earth.
I'd say it's probably 8-9 hours of recording total would be my guess. For all
Alistair's
the
was
fights.
pretty quick.
Mhm.
Victor's was the longest.
But if you include the skill check challenge and stuff like that as well.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean that's our normal scheduling for that. But the final single battles was the hard part to schedule.
Yeah.
Because then we have to get with all of our guests and make sure that they can fit in and everything. And
Yeah. I think
although, thankfully, I think the most we had to actually schedule together at any one time was 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
but I think
I can count good.
what's his name? Aaron was performing in the Hamptons
Mhm.
as the bastard son of King Arthur
in Camelot.
Camelot. Yeah, I forgot
Yes.
the son's name, but he played that, and he had just got done with that and got back home just in time to record this, and then he was like back to another gig. So
we kind of had to work around him a good bit there.
yeah.
So we really appreciate, everyone, all the guest stars, their
Thank
time
you for
to
your
come
time.
back.
That was really
Absolutely.
Because it really made it that they were all able to return.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tisha and Nico was definitely the easiest to schedule with because we record stuff with them all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, in that particular one, I mean, between them and Yumi and Max, like it was just people that we're normally recording with.
mhm.
Like it wasn't anybody that was like outside of the norm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still appreciated.
Oh yeah,
Still-
it did greatly
still very
appreciate it.
appreciated.
How
But
often
that was
can you
definitely
do like
the
a
easiest to schedule?
Avengers Endgame and pull it off on a podcast for people that are
Yeah.
like spread out across the country
Mhm.
The Avengers only
or
did
well,
it one
fuck
time.
the
Yeah,
world
yeah.
because two countries.
Yeah.
In Sokovia and Wakanda.
Yeah.
I stopped myself
Wow.
from spitting beer.
I can't believe that hasn't happened the entire podcast, and then I almost made you do a spit take on camera.
I stopped it. Oh man. Oh, I cramped up on that.
Oh, you gonna be good?
Take that, Adam.
I got that laughing cramp
Oh,
right
no.
right under my rib cage.
Oh no! I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Nico's got a really good question after that, though, because I don't know the answer to
Yeah,
it
go
either.
for it. Go for it.
Nico's question is: were there any pivotal moments in the campaign that adjusted how the end turned out? I'm assuming several, but
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say I would guess the first is taking a 9-day nap since he had a whole bunch of stuff planned.
There's nothing wrong with taking a 9-day nap, okay?
Season 2 was going to continue inside of the first Darkwell. We weren't looking at a going to another universe and unraveling that until like season 3 or end of season 2. So that sped it up a lot.
Well, Victor wasn't feeling well.
I was drunk.
I think it would have been funny if y'all played through
I had been playing D&D for less than a year at that point. I didn't know what I was doing.
I don't have an excuse because I half know what I'm doing sometimes.
I was still playing like I was a, gnome bard, That's why I kept trying to talk everything down.
Mm-hmm. You did well. Another pivotal
so what
moment
about after that?
Is Julian's obsession with tech and the Yith. I didn't intend for him to become obsessed with that, but he did. So that drove the story to the Yith and him being mind swapped and him becoming the founder of the DDA.
I wanted to be crazy. I put that forth to Adam, be like, make me a crazy person. Because like I really didn't want to do like worship for like an elder god or an elder power or anything like that, and I didn't want to make any pacts with like the current ones that we knew about. So I was like, what else I got? I was like, well, there's the Yith. I'm like, go on.
Yith, you say.
So then Max became obsessed with the Yith.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't. I knew there was a founder of the DDA in the past. I mean, of course, there was a founder. But, I mean, the organization, not just the DDA. The DDA is just the
holding company.
Faction. Well, it's just of that specific world, Sevatus.
Like one branch.
Yeah, it's a branch. Yeah, the DDA is a branch where Sarah and her crew were not originally the DDA. They were another branch, just like DreadTech Incorporated crew is DreadTech Incorporated, because that's the building that they're connected to in that world.
They were called Sarah and Sons.
I like to think that there was a Darkwell Detective Agency before, and they just like bought the building from them.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so
they just took the name.
They landed there when they were traveling different universes. They ended up landing there, and that's where they got stuck, was in the detective and in the Darkwell Detective Agency. So
cool. All right. What's next?
With their Mary Tyler Moore
we have to answer
office.
We have to answer questions. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we gotta
answer questions
Yeah,
for Sarah
questions.
next. Do I have to do these?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, you gotta answer them?
You got to do them all.
You gotta question it.
I will read them off. They're under spoilers tags. Was it the plan all along that Alistair was Tulsha? I'm assuming yes, based on the epilogue.
Yeah, kind of a weird thing there.
I knew it. Richard didn't know it.
Yeah, I did not know it at the beginning of the campaign.
I also didn't know it, in case anyone.
I did not know it.
Yeah, nobody knew it. I was the only. I had to hold that in for 2.5 years or however long.
Alistair.
Yeah, I didn't really come around to that line of thinking until a little closer to like probably about 4th season.
Yeah.
The next question, in a similar vein, was it the plan all along that Julian would be the custodian? I feel like season 4 started. I hadn't finished the question.
Well, you
Next
finished one
question.
I feel like season 4 started hinting at it when Julian began asking about the founders of the DDA. Kind of, sorta.
Yeah.
There was always.
It's not a flat no.
No,
And
there was always kind of mentions about, because I would always ask him questions. I remember I was asking questions to you, Adam, specifically about like who was like the founder of the DDA and how did the organization kind of get started, and then it kind of snowballed from that initial premise.
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to say in season 2 is when I was like, okay, well, the ending is coming to, like, I had an ending. It was going to be that final fight with Haster. Alistair was going to be Tulsha. But I needed an ending for Victor and Max. So I started like coming up with stuff, and I started dropping things that ended up changing over time, but just like spitballing some in-game ideas that didn't give any spoilers away for them, like, to get there. But we started talking about it, and that's what sparked what Max said, sparked that idea that Julian was the founder.
Yeah, and it
makes a whole lot of sense with his capabilities, and add countless years to that. You know,
you're the worst.
Break.
He said ad break.
No, don't
have break.
Yeah. And I perfectly honest, and this was kind of a weakness on my part, is I really couldn't find like a conclusive ending other than he lived and went on to work with the DDA for, until he didn't or died or something like that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
basically like a Stand By Me like end card kind of deal.
It's a very good ending. It's not the ending that I think Julian would have gone for.
No, he was way too self-destructive.
Yes, very much
he
so.
needed something to straighten him out a little bit, like becoming a Yith.
I had to go find myself in space college, and then after coming backwards, I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah. So I just like with the doctor in the hospital,
Mr. North, Dr. North.
Yeah, Dr. North. I pulled from a Lovecraft story for inspiration, which led to what happened with Victor and Julian. I kind of combined the shadow out of time, which the main character, or they're the main character in that, did the whole Yith mind swap and stuff like that. But I combined that inspiration into Victor and Julian for that part. So if you want to read The Shadow Out of Time or listen to it on audiobook, you could see the similarities.
Do it. Okay. I could answer this question. I'm not going to answer this question because I'm still under Adam NDA. But the question is, in all caps, who the fuck is Manrose, and will he get his own show because he needs one?
I can answer the first one. Manrose is the guy. He runs the elevator.
Yeah.
He's an elevator operator.
He does.
He operates the elevator.
I mean, I guess there's probably aspects of him that are aside from that. But
we
more
were
or less
able
he
to
runs
deduce that he
he's
can
an
get
elevator
out of the
operator.
elevator. That was a big question.
He is a lover of potato wedges.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Likes board games.
That's what he puts on his Tinder profile.
He loves
Lover
trapping
of potato wedges.
friends into playing long tabletop RPGs.
I love that, trapping them.
Trapping them in an elevator.
I don't know, Adam. Like I said, I know, but I'm not going to say. Adam, if you want to, or if you're holding on to that for another thing.
I can't say.
He can't.
I can't say. There are very few people who know. And
Manrose is Tolsha.
I think I can confidently say, yes, Tolsha absolutely knows who Manrose is. But I think when it comes down to it, it's very safe to say that this is not the last that you'll see of Manrose.
Oh God, no.
It is not. Actually, he's in a recent episode of Fool's Quest. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Or no, coming up. I think. Fuck, I don't remember.
Well, that's not recent.
I don't know.
Sometime, somewhere soon, maybe. Who knows?
No, he was okay. So in the vision, when Eliana,
Nico says it hasn't aired yet.
Eliana steps into that doorway, and the silhouette of somebody is in the doorway.
It's this evil.
Oh no, basically,
it's this evil.
Yeah, everybody got quiet.
It's this evil.
Like we were waiting with rapt anticipation.
I mean, I get it. Why are we waiting? I understand what he's saying.
Yeah. So,
am I the only one paying attention?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
A doorway that just appears out of nowhere.
Yeah. That doorway was actually the elevator.
It wasn't a doorway at all. It was an elevator.
Which elevator? I'm confused now. The one in the goop world?
An elevator. Just an elevator, yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Haster. Okay, next question. Monsters and Mead. Mead. How come Haster didn't know that Alistair was Tulsha?
Question.
He did know that Alistair would become Tulsha. He was trying to stop it. He
from
tried to trap
perspective-
Alistair in a pocket realm with his Evangeline to prevent him from becoming Tulsha and causing him trouble in the present, past, and future.
See, my initial thought, at least from my perspective, at least, like I was thinking it would have possibly been because of like the fact that it wasn't like actually like Tulsha's power at the time. Like as I kind of got into the epilogue a little bit, like the fact that like Tulsha had kind of separated his power from himself to some extent. But that being said, Adam kind of is the one that really knows. I'm just kind of giving you what my perspective was. That being said, I think that sorry, I'm kind of losing my train of thought a little bit.
Oh, okay, we'll cut this out.
I mean, it is what it is. You lose your train of thought sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. But in any case, like when it comes down to it, like Hester never could have like possibly succeeded in derailing that whole thing because it already happened.
Hester, well, and the Tattered King is cocky as fuck.
Oh yeah. I mean, granted, but you know, it's one of those kinds of things that when you're like temporally aware of all time, you realize that
he was never going to stop it anyway.
He was never going to stop it because it already happened.
Yeah.
Like Alistair already was Tulsha. He just didn't know that he was Tulsha.
Yeah, and he tried to prevent that from happening, and every time that it loops, whatever, every time that period of time hits, he always tries to stop it.
In a way, you could say that those efforts to try and prevent it were part of what actually led to Alistair becoming Tulsha.
Yeah.
Haha, take that, Hester. Stupid. Okay. Oh, next question is from me, I'm assuming. Did Victor ever fully get to come to terms with it all and find his much-deserved inner peace over the whole ordeal of his friends going away so that they could exist in the first place? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Victor,
That's a good answer,
you know,
man.
over the course of the show, he started off, not really liking himself, his life. He lived in the sewer. It smells there. He ate, bodies that weren't supposed to be eaten sometimes, just scraps laying around. And so he found some friends. They're not the best friends you could have in many ways, but
They
he
kept you
found
alive.
those, and he found a place to belong. As things moved on, he got the bracelet. That was, I don't know if Adam planned that or not, but that bracelet was very significant for Victor because Victor's main sort of insanity that he had at the beginning of the show was that he could not stop having the nightmares of his, the visions that he had of his aunt, that he never knew, being ripped apart by crypt folk, and feeling his mother's feelings about that and, knowing that she hated, them and then he became one. So it was all of that. So it was just a constant daily reminder and experiencing over and over and over again. So I saw it as when Adam said, you've got these bracelets and by the way, they make you not dream. Like that's when you see Victor get a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more comfortable with his life, able to relax more, spend time with people. And so so when Julian dies, like that bothers him. Alistair becomes Tulsha, and that's just sort of screws with him a little bit. There's a little mind twist there. And so the ending with finding out that in a way Julian was not gone, like Victor would have understood that because Victor has parts of people's personality in him and stuff like that. So Julian undergoing a big personality change, because he's lived lifetimes, it's similar, he knows that some of the essence of Julian is there and he's happy about it. And so I feel like he did find some peace and got to contribute and live his life after that. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty nice.
And that's
I
the
would say
only
that-
opinion that matters because it's your character.
That bracelet also answers the previous question of a pivotal moment, and that was a huge pivotal moment for Victor.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true. I guess I answered that.
Yeah.
I got all serious again. What am I doing?
Oh, stop it.
At least you didn't go to a whisper and it's not picking up on your microphone.
Yeah, well, you know,
I have to last minute change everything and re-upload it.
I think you
because
should probably just have
everybody
a gate
can't hear
on
what
there
you're saying when it gets really important.
I could hear it on my recording.
Oh, I know.
I think you just there was a gate
it was
on the channel
effects,
or something.
it was just the effects.
All right, you nerds. Next question.
Yeah, the effects were in there.
All right, next question.
I think it's for you, Richard.
No. Oh, yes. Would it be fair to say that Alistair is the imaginary friend of Tulsha and not the other way around? You know, I honestly had never thought about it that way prior to reading the question, but yeah, I think that is actually true. Yeah. I think that it is more accurate to say that Alistair is actually Tulsha's imaginary friend.
I have a question, though, myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when that portal thing that was in Shadow's house, when the green-eyed cat came through the portal and became corporeal, what happened there, Adam?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Sorry to put you on the spot, but I just thought about it.
Okay, so that portal led to another existence. And
Okay.
passing through it and passing back and forth, like y'all could have walked into it and been in the same place, but everybody gone.
Why didn't we
Okay.
do that?
So whenever the green-eyed cat walked through it, you couldn't see him, but when he came through, you could see him.
Okay.
And Alistair maintained seeing him because he could see him in both places.
So it was like he was it was like that episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where Geordi and the other one, I can't remember Ro Laren, went into like a different phase of the universe where no one could see them and they thought they were dead and they had a funeral for Geordi and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think something similar to that also happened on Enterprise, actually.
No, I haven't watched the Enterprise yet. Don't spoil it.
It is good. It is a really good show.
I hear that.
I was shocked at how good it was because I wasn't expecting much.
Yeah. Well, I like Scott Bakula.
Yeah, I do too.
So,
I am a huge fan of Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap is awesome.
It's hard to get it streaming anywhere.
I don't have to. I have the DVDs or Blu-rays. I have it on Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's nice.
Unlike
Okay.
Alpharoo.
Next question.
I'm joking.
Next question.
Was the janitor from Control where the idea came from, or was it just a joke? Like, he's back. He is in the background and always has been. You just ignored him. So, I have played Controlled, by the way, Fulgrim. That game's awesome because it's like basically an SCP game without being an SCP game. But yeah, something very similar to, the man behind the curtain, pulling the strings, doing the things that you don't ever see. I haven't finished Control yet, to be perfectly honest. I need to. That's something I'm trying to get around to doing. But yeah, in a way, yes and no is the answer to that question. Yeah, I do like that trope almost. I think it's pretty safe to say that it is a trope. But yeah, I like man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Things.
And that was, and the custodian was something that I didn't even have any say in on what happened. I gave a brief outline of how the ending needed to be, and then they ran with it. And I didn't know about the custodian until like time whenever Max was recording, and I saw the script that he wrote, and he recorded it. So yeah, that's all Max.
Yep. And I called it a custodian because I'm a big Warhammer nerd, and that's a thing in Warhammer anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going to see Baby in Varath again? Well, Baby was from Atticus' intergalactic candy cast thing, so I know that there's tons more Baby if you want.
Yeah,
Baby.
if you want baby,
you can get more baby.
I don't know what the status of that is.
Go give
though.
Atticus some listens on his shows. They're hilarious. If you can take listening to Baby and can understand Baby, I definitely recommend Starfighter Down is the channel. Twitch or not Twitch, but Twitter. all that stuff. Starfighter down, and it's the Intergalactic Candy Cast, which there's episodes going all the way back to 2019, with breaks in between. But
so much.
but whenever he comes back, it's
and
it picks
Baby
up
is just
kind of where it left off, and it's just more of him just
and
just
Baby's
doing
just
stuff.
one of his characters on that show too.
Yeah,
Like
there's a robot.
He does
multiple
several
robots.
characters.
Yeah, there's multiple robots. There's Satan, Santa,
Satan and Santa?
Mr. Business.
I know about Satan. I don't know about Santa. I didn't realize he was there.
Well, yeah, it's kind of the same character. There's the Darth Lord, which is like a Vader thing. Baby, there's Rebecca Black is on there.
What? Okay. Okay.
He
And then
he does.
Varath is just,
Yeah,
I
as
guess you
far
can
as
just play
Varath,
the
I
God of
don't-
War
I don't-
game.
Yeah, I don't know if we're necessarily going to see Varath anywhere again, but I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Mhm.
I would never say never because who knows?
Well, Aaron may one day want to like play with us, and we end up bringing Varath back or something like that. So
Yeah. Short answer.
we'll
Wait
see.
and see. All right. Next question. That's more of a not question, but more of a
Tech quill.
answer.
Well, I think
this
that
might
there's
have answered
some
already,
good things
but
I
guess
think there's some good stuff to talk about here,
Okay.
though.
yeah,
About the guests' custom classes. They might have already
yeah.
asked,
To kill.
do guests have custom classes? Like,
Do
what
I
is
say that
Baby?
right? Is it to kill?
Takale, I think is
Takale.
what he has said before.
So this might have answered. This might have been answered already. But do guests have custom classes? Like, what is Baby? Baby is a rogue. Actually,
yes,
Okay.
traditional rogue
Yeah.
with all the rogue-like abilities.
Very
Yes.
traditional rogue.
but he is a custom Baby Demon class or race, with its own abilities
You don't
and
say.
magic items. He has a diaper of holding.
Not as good
And-
as a pocket protector of holding.
And he did have a gold bar in his diaper that he gave to Alistair.
Did you do anything with it?
No, he never
He
did
just
anything.
deposited it.
He just deposited it. Let's see. Varath was a God of War class that I found online. He wanted to play something like God of War, and I was like, yeah, let's see if I find it.
Third-party stuff, basically.
There's a third-party God of War class, so I was like, okay, cool. That and he's a Goliath, and half and a demigod basically. He's half Tulsa. Not Tulsa. Oh my God. Ithaca.
He's
let's
half
see.
Man Rose.
I was gonna say, if he's
Skylar-
half Tulsa, that gets really weird.
Yeah.
Because then apparently, like, Alistair is his dad or something.
That would be strange. I don't want to go there. Can we eject from that train of thought, please?
You know, like holding your dad and petting him, going,
No.
he
ever
reaches
had
inside
that
the
notion,
timeout
Steven.
canister, the timeout canister, and he's like, "Ooh, who's a good daddy?" Yeah.
Please stop. We need to stop.
Skylar is what's it called, the non-canon like stuff that D&D puts out, that Wizards puts out.
Oh, the Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah.
Unearthed Arcana. It was a Technomancer or Unearthed Arcana modified, I think. Let's see, what else was there? Gabby is from
Lasers and Witches.
Lasers and Liches, and Gabby's a regular character on
Dungeons and Pop.
Dungeons and
Or,
Pop.
well, I guess the Adventures with Attitude.
Yeah, Adventures with Attitude on Dungeons and Pop.
Yeah. Specifically, Adventures with Attitude.
Yeah. Nico
And
Knits. Knits is from the Technomancer's textbook.
Technomancer textbook.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Cookbook.
was that it?
And you know, to go ahead and branch out to the other like Dread Tech people, just to cover our bases. All of the Dread Tech classes are taken out of Technomancer's textbook.
Yeah.
Textbook.
Yep. Yeah, because Tisha and Richard were a guest.
I mean, technically, we were guessed by proxy.
Yeah. So that's nothing was completely custom by us. There was some custom changes, especially on Baby, on making that work. So.
Okay, next question. Shit.
Yeah, talking to your microphone.
Because I'm looking on this thing.
I think it's Nico
Is it Nico's
the
next
next question. He's a little bit farther down from stuff from
Yeah, that's it.
a couple days
Yeah,
ago. So
Yeah.
Adam, which arc was your favorite to write?
Okay. The Beast House.
That was
That was my favorite.
Beast House was fun.
This is a pretty awesome one.
The second arc of the story.
All right, there we go.
And
Which was the creepiest?
for the I guess the second half, yeah, for the cast. Which arc was the creepiest to play through? Which I mean, I think the easy answer here is actually the Beast House as well.
Yeah.
That
Like, we had
really
no
got
idea.
creepy.
I think
Like-
the hospital was pretty creepy, to be perfectly
The
honest.
hospital was definitely
Hospital
pretty
was
creepy.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just think that it's really telling when with the like Beast House situation that I'm pretty sure that we as players were pretty creeped out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, what is he doing? This isn't fair. The walls are changing and just walk in circles and nothing happens.
Yeah. My wife gave me an idea with that and just ran with it.
Although I'll also say that I think that the dream sequence Cairo thing like that actually was pretty creepy in parts too.
That was fun. Yeah.
It was a little creepy.
You're all gonna die.
Yeah, he was right.
You fools.
She was not wrong.
All right, I think it's our last question, unless we have more that have
Last set of
questions.
questions.
Yeah.
Until we go to like live questions potentially.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like live questions are happening right now.
Corey asked me, Adam, is there anything that
The Corey?
The Corey.
Yeah, the Corey asked the Adam, is there anything that any of the players did that completely took you by surprise?
Everything that
Everything
Max
that
ever
Victor-
did.
Hi, I exist.
I would say Max.
Yeah.
So you're sure that you want to shock the
Are you sure?
vehicle?
Yeah. I said what I said.
Uh-huh.
All
Are you
right,
sure
cool.
you want to
Like,
put the
Victor, you're out of the fight again.
what was the name of the object again?
I want to stick my hand in the blood pool.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't the hand in the blood pool. It was putting what was the object that had the stalker in it?
Oh, when you wanted to put the
Gosh.
what was it actually called? The
The haunter.
Trapezohedron,
yeah.
yeah. I would have put the
Trapezohedron.
trapezohedron in the blood pool.
I took the course.
Oh,
Are you
God.
sure you want to do that?
Oh, well, you had to cut that.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like,
No.
I'll do it if you really want to do that. But I'm asking you right now: are you sure that's what you want to do?
And he'd like,
Because we could turn this fight into 10 times worse.
I need that. I
I
need
think-
the serious Who Wants to Be a Millionaire song playing in the background. Do na 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 do na na. Yeah, no, I've made terrible decisions this
that's the only one that I'm just like, okay,
No, don't.
pause for a second. I'm not going to tell you
hold up.
not to do it, but are you sure you want to do? I mean, you could do it if you want to, but are you sure? I think that was the only time that ever happened through the whole thing.
I was very adamant that he not.
I
do
just
that.
was curious to see what would happen because I was like, oh, the haunter will fight with us.
like
right?
because he said that.
It's
and
like a Pokemon.
I think Steven was just like, no.
Steven was so
That's what I did. I was like, no, don't do that.
But Steven with Victor as well, there was moments that I did not expect from Victor. Which that was, I mean, we've said before, verse bar being talked down, the axolotl barrel the first time.
No one expects.
I
the
didn't
axolotl.
expect that.
throwing the fire extinguisher at the
fire
helicopter.
extinguisher,
Mhm.
battery from the thing, and the
battery.
Uzrak.
The Uzrak,
Final
yeah.
actual Uzrak usage. I think Victor took it on things that I wasn't expecting. But both Steven and Max both did it.
Steven,
to me.
Alistair is very predictable.
Yeah.
Victor losing his empathy because it was taken from him. That was a good one.
Oh, the favorite moment from the campaign. Yeah.
So I don't know.
I forget the situation. What situation was that?
That was
I forget when I said that.
Grande. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Took my empathy away.
Took my empathy away. That was really good. Although I think for me, still, it's kind of a toss-up between, two moments we've mentioned earlier with both the shocking the car and waking up Victor, therefore incapacitating him, as well as the Blink fiasco.
Blink
God,
fiasco
the Blink,
is one of my favorites because it was so catastrophically bad.
Both of those killed me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. That wasn't a surprise moment, but whenever it happened, and I was just rubbing my hands, grinning big. I'm like, you're gonna regret this,
guys. I'm a mediocre podcaster. I am a terrible D&D player.
I mean, or an amazing D&D player.
Pretty good.
That was perfect. It made sense for you to use it, but it was just a bad time.
Mm-hmm. It just happened to be a horrible situation.
Are you trying to say that the fate of my life
but it
rests
made for
on dice
good
rolls? Fuck.
I think it made for good podcasting and good story, for that action. But it was just bad timing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also really appreciated the air supply joke that Stephen made way back in season 2.
the Outcast joke in Greenpool with Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah, Stephen rolled his eyes every time.
I think Sarah just threw out a question that's in the Discord.
From Chunky and Funky.
Yeah, so what is the trapezihedron exactly?
Okay, so if it is taken out of its case for a prolonged amount of time, it will absorb all light and all energy surrounding it until it's powered up enough to release the Haunter, which will envelop everything in darkness, and the Haunter will murder anybody inside of that darkness.
So you're saying that we shouldn't throw it in the blood pool?
Yeah, because that would have powered the fuck
King.
out of it. Yeah, that would have been bad, because then you would have been fighting the Tattered King plus the Haunter, and not being able to see, even with Alistair's Devil Sight,
which he didn't have at the time.
Seems bad. No, I had it.
Okay, so the real question is, would the Tattered King or the Haunter have won? Because we would not have.
They probably would have also fought each other,
which is what I was going to do.
It would have been
like after we died within 45 seconds. What would have happened in the fight between Haster and the Haunter or the Tattered Dalton?
The world would have been destroyed.
Again.
I can't say that either of them would have killed each other, but it may at that point the Tattered King was weakened and just an avatar, where the Haunter is literally one soul of Nyarlathotep.
Oh, okay.
So is a god.
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
Like Eliana is the bloated woman, which is also one of the 1,000 souls of Nyarlathotep.
So I should have released it inside of the village. Auburndale.
Well, they are one and the same, but
Littleton.
but Eliana probably could have shut that down, because she did control in that space. Yeah, she wouldn't have been able to. It wouldn't have summoned there, just because she would have not let it happen.
Neat.
And they are kind of one and the same, but separate. So, because Nyarlathotep is 1,000 souls of Nyarlathotep, there's
a lot of them.
There is the big guy, but there's also a countless number of different versions of of
Interestingly, the
that
Shadow
deity.
Pharaoh also is
Shadow
part of the
Pharaoh.
Nyarlathotep.
I dropped
The Zeus
lot
of 1,000 Nyarlathotep. Jesus, that's hard to say.
Shh, stop telling my secrets.
But yes, there were multiple characters that were Nyarlathotep in this story.
Like Victor.
Victor was.
It was Mario and Luigi. That's who it was.
Those
Bringing it way
unassuming
back.
guys.
But it was never said in the story that they. Well, I guess it was at one point. Well, I mean, it was revealed that the bloated woman.
I think Sarah had said that she was the bloated woman.
Yeah.
Gross.
Which, if y'all dug deeper, it would have. Yeah. Nyarlathotep.
Yeah.
We had played a heavy hand in the direction of the story.
Like meta wise, I was aware that the bloated woman was part of Nyarlathotep, but in character, like Alistair had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I am aware of nothing. I still know nothing.
although I would say that Tulsa does know.
Yeah, Tulsa would know.
Like, all I know about Dagon is he's a giant fish monster man who sounds
Yes.
like that. That's all I know about Dagon.
He has 17 different dumplings in his mouth when he is speaking.
They're all
I've
different
got all
types.
the dumplings.
Pork.
You can't have it.
Chicken. I think it's different questions.
Yeah, that's all the questions we have.
I mean, unless anybody has any more questions right now, maybe?
Or a
Yeah,
suggestion
more
for a
questions right
comparison.
Of
Ooh.
course,
Yeah.
we can take
Normally we
suggestions
have
for
to come up with this
comparisons,
junk by ourselves.
We might even do a couple
Which-
of comparisons if we get a couple of
Which
good ones.
Lord of the Rings character would your character?
Was that in chat?
No, I just did that on the spot.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a good one,
That
though.
was a good one.
Trying to think, have we done
Let's
that?
I
see.
don't think so.
Who would Victor be? Are there any that wear a fedora?
No.
Lord of the Rings.
No.
I want to say
I mean,
there's a Hobbit that does.
Yeah, I'd say I'll extend the question.
Yeah.
Either the Lord of the Rings universe, so the Hobbit movies as well.
So,
I didn't see those.
so does that also include the Rings of Power?
I haven't watched Rings of Power yet.
Haven't watched
What about
it.
the Silmarillion?
I haven't read that.
I read that a long time ago.
I know practically nothing from the Silmarillion. I know of the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
Which Lord of the Rings character would Victor be?
I think there's a couple of ways you could go with Alistair.
Mhm.
I mean, something, flaming eye. Yeah.
Oh, Victor's Sam.
Be
Samwise.
Samwise?
Yeah.
Although
Victor, he's loyal to fault, and
I
he's
mean,
really
that's
the
very
hero of
true.
the
That
story
is
if you
true.
think about it.
and he's definitely
He
the
carries
most wholesome
everyone.
of us.
He carried. He princess carried Frodo, just like Victor Princess carried Julian.
But yeah, Victor's definitely the most wholesome of us, so I can see it. Alistair, I don't know. I could maybe even see Alistair as like Gollum, sort of.
Or
Only he had to get several precious.
or Thorin Oakenshield with the Arkstone from the Hobbit.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't even. I came up with a question, but I don't even have an answer for mine.
Why not? You're Boromir.
Saruman.
With the obsession of power that slowly goes crazy and then dies.
Orcs, mechs, they're basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You're Boromir, but you just blinked out of your body before you died.
I got hit with 5 arrows, laid back down, and then body swapped. That's what happened.
Oh, we've got some suggestions now.
Which old one would your character be? That's easy for Alistair.
Yeah.
Dagon.
It is.
I can be Dagon if I want. Victor would turn into Dagon. I don't think Victor's like any of the old ones.
Dagon isn't an old one. Dagon is a
You with the technicalities.
he is lower on the hierarchy of what eldritch
Well, that's where
beings
Victor would
are.
be anyway. He's lower.
Like he's not like a minion kind of deal, but he's a leader of minions. But Cthulhu is above him. Or
Okay.
yeah,
Like Cthulhu's like the
Hydra
director. He's just
is
like a
the
senior.
queen.
He's a senior manager. Or something.
So
Yeah,
technically, he is considered a great old one.
Oh,
but
Dagon
great,
is.
great old ones is not as like It's not as high up the chain as you might think.
Oh, okay. Oh no, elder. Hold on, fuck. Here, let me
Because
pull
you
up
have
the
great old
chart.
ones, you have elder gods, and you have outer gods.
Yeah.
See, I was worried we wouldn't get an actually from Richard this episode.
Reset the clock.
Well, we managed to get it in there.
Final episode, we got an actually.
But yeah, so Tulsa is considered an outer god, technically.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay.
What about Julian?
Let me see, Julian.
Julian's Haster. Let's not kid ourselves. He just wants power and manipulates everyone to get it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull
And
up the
actually,
chart.
and get another actually in here for good measure. Cthulhu actually is a great old one as well, putting him on the same level as Dagon.
Oh, okay.
Yes, right.
Cthulhu
Dagon
is more
doesn't report
powerful
to
than
Cthulhu.
Dagon. Dagon is
Well, there's a range.
But Dagon
Yeah.
is sexy.
so
And I would also say that it's not entirely like a hierarchical thing.
yeah,
Like some of it has to do more with the source than necessarily the level of power.
yeah.
Yeah, or like the stubble.
Yeah.
Oh, which Disney villain are we?
Like Tulsa, yeah, Tulsa's an outer god.
Yog-Sothoth is also an outer god, if that gives you an indication.
Azathoth is an outer god.
Although Tulsa is also considered a lesser outer god.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what these
Nyarlathotep,
words
the
mean.
crawling chaos. Yeah, because Dagon is like a.
I imagine
what's the fish
King
people
Zora
called
from
again?
Ocarina
Yes,
of Time.
Yeah, you're right.
Fish
Well,
people.
very much so.
Yes.
That's a very good description, Steven.
Deep ones.
So-
Yeah, the fish people, the deep ones, they're the oldest deep one becomes Dagon. So if Dagon dies, the next oldest takes his place.
So Dagon is a title.
Yes.
And when Dagon scoots, he goes wink.
And like literally takes on the powers of Dagon and grows to massive size because they're
Also,
next in line. But
Dagon's the Highlander. All right, we figured it out.
Why didn't we get Christopher Lambert to play Dagon?
I just
Missed opportunity.
if Christopher Lambert could just voice anything that we do, I'd be okay with that.
I'm thinking about editing the H.P. Lovecraft wiki for Tulsa.
Me.
yeah, we need to. We need to. We
Alias
need to-
is Alistair.
Yeah, we need to add in all the stuff from Microphones and Monsters into the Lovecraft wiki.
Dagon.
I wonder how
Other
fast
people
that will
have.
get edited out. Yeah.
Other people have
Dagon got bitten by a mytho school one time.
because there's this anime that like these outer gods and great old ones take like this human form and they're
And then they all try to date a hunky boy.
yeah, so something like that. and there's an anime of it, and like if you go and look in those Lovecraft wikis, like that's in there as like references of where they've been brought up in other fiction media.
So you're saying that Victor Stodge could have a Wikipedia page on the Lovecraft wiki or
Yes.
whatever. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we even have images that can be uploaded to it and stuff. So
Nice.
Disney villain.
Yeah, Disney villain. I don't know. I don't know if Victor is a Disney villain. Is he?
I think with
He could be a misunderstood
Alistair,
villain.
I think with Alistair, maybe it would be oh dang it, what was his name? Frollo?
From
From Hunchback of Notre
Hunchback.
Dame.
with the creepy rapey song.
yeah,
Not the rapey part per se, but I mean tangentially in the whole like Hellfire thing and like the motivations being in a woman. But in a different way.
Mine is gonna be Sid the child from Toy Story.
I'm stumped on this one. I have no idea what to say for Victor. I can't compare Victor to a villain.
Gaston.
He's not a villain. I love Gaston. I don't think
No,
Victor's
he's not.
Gaston in any way.
No,
Victor's, no.
no one shapeshifts like
Maurice.
Gaston.
No
Yeah.
one cooks
Victor's
like Victor.
LeFou. Victor is LeFou to Julian's Gaston.
No one takes big bites out of Dagon like Victor.
LeFou.
Oh my god.
All right.
But yeah, and then I guess we have another question too.
Yeah.
Although this I guess is less podcasty, but still a fun question.
Chunky and funky. Again.
Another chunky and funky question. How does one grow a beard as lustrous and regal as Adam and Richard? And
you don't shave.
Genetics.
Yes.
Damn.
I hate to break it to you, but it really is genetics. Like,
I don't try. It is just
same.
genetics.
Adam shaved
really
last week.
Like, I shaved last week.
I just let it grow, and it just does.
Yeah.
My beard just gets thicker and thicker and thicker, but it never gets any longer. Like it just sort of wraps up my chin and makes my face hot. So I keep it about
mine
this
does
length.
the same thing. It just like this part of the beard will stop at a certain point, but my neck will continue forever, and that doesn't look good. So I trim it back.
Yeah.
No.
So if I shave and if I stay clean shaven, I get ingrown hairs because my hair is so thick. It just gets blocked in there, and I'd rather not have that. And
gray hair suck.
Yeah,
I can understand that. Like,
so
yeah,
I had I had a problem in the military, and it sucked.
My excuse is, 1, I'm lazy. 2, I look like a fucking child if I shave my beard.
That applies for me as well. Like, I look way too young with a beard. And
3, I've had it for so long that if I think I shaved again, my face would get really, really cold and I wouldn't like it anymore.
Yep.
So cool.
More or less the same. My beard's not quite as long as theirs, but I just always have a beard. I had to trim it real close earlier this year because I got scratched right here, and I had to make sure I could clean it. And I was very upset. Very upset. I did not.
When I used to stream in 2015. Well, I think that's when I stopped streaming, was 2015. My beard was down to my belly button.
I remember that. You had a long ass beard.
I just I would greet people with waving my beard.
Well,
it was long, and it wasn't like thinning or anything. It was solid.
You could do the what was his name? The dude from Kill Bill was Pai Ming.
Oh,
he would do that. He would stroke his whole beard and throw it over his shoulder. You could almost do that.
Yeah. And my hair was like middle of my back too.
And you know,
this is how our show peters out at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost always does anyway. I mean, that's tradition, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I have a question.
Music in this. Oh,
I have a question that is totally unrelated to anything, but this is more of a personal question. Do you use beard oil or beard balm?
Neither.
Really?
I have used beard oil before, but not much.
I wash it regularly.
And it's been a while.
You wash it regularly?
Yeah. I don't even use conditioner all the time because conditioner actually makes me break out. I have very sensitive skin, so I use no scented soaps or anything, all natural kind of stuff.
I use sometimes I just use like shampoo, which has conditioner, which is the same stuff I use on my hair. If I don't, and I'll use like a bar of soap, it will dry the ever living fuck out of my beard and be itchy and annoying. Hence some days where you see, Max, why are you covering your face? Because my fucking beard is itchy.
Like half the podcast, Max is just like, so we're like, hey,
go in there stop covering your mouth.
I can't help it. I have to
stop hitting the microphone.
It's itchy.
We can hear your
he
beard
literally
crinkle.
just puts his hand in front of the microphone as he's stroking his beard.
I've been trying to use a lot more oil and balms, and the thing is, the oils are definitely scented, like very heavily scented, and that's kind of the idea. The balm is not. It's more like it's like a paste, and then you rub it together and it dissolves and melts relatively quickly in your hands. The problem is it makes your beard very, very, very slick and shiny and kind of like, slick to the touch. That being said, though, it does wonders. You just kind of gotta apply it early in the day and let it kind of air dry out a little bit before you go out into the public. Otherwise it looks like you oiled your beard to light it on fire.
I used to use oil and balm, but my mustache gets really big, and when I would kiss my wife or girlfriend at the time,
icky, gross.
It was actually making her sick.
Oh God!
Like sick to her stomach.
And we're sure it was that.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, it was that. But no, the oil actually got in her mouth, and she got violently sick from it. So I stopped using it. I brush it. I don't. It doesn't tangle or anything. But I just wash it, and yeah.
Cool. All right. I don't have any other questions. I was generally curious about that.
Yep.
Right.
Are we done?
We've been recording for 3 hours.
The music in this episode was written and produced by Marco Mazzi of Fallen Highway Studio.
Was there any music in this episode?
Ad break.
There will be.
Well,
there will be?
Well, there was
Yeah.
on the live too for intro
Yeah.
and breaks.
Oh.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that's true. Like in the break, I definitely heard like some of our outro. I
Dollar
think.
Shave Club and Manscaped sponsor us because we like talking about our hairs.
That is not true at all. We are not
No. I'm saying
sponsored by
sponsor
anybody.
us
No,
because we're talking
sponsor
about
us.
our body hair so much.
Sponsor the podcast.
You know what?
It's over.
I didn't go through with a what was it, Manscaped?
Yeah.
Manscaped.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what it was.
because it was commission based, and
Mhm.
I mean, how often
Were you
are we
guys
going to
buy that
genital
Yeah.
shaving
from us?
utensils? Not utensils, fucking
Tools.
devices.
Utensils. Comes with a fork, a knife, a ladle.
Slotted spoon.
The ladle's really important.
I think it's called like the ball shaver like
No,
2.0 or
it's
some
like
shit
the,
like
or
that.
It's like
the lawnmower. That's
and
it.
Yeah,
stuff
lawnmower,
like
yeah.
that. I've seen them in the stores.
But no, I didn't want to put all the ads in and then have to take them out because we didn't sell enough stuff. Like, no, if you're going to
Right.
sponsor us.
That sucks.
You know,
I didn't know that.
so-
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Although, I mean, I gotta say though, as far as like going back to the music thing, like really, and I know we'll probably never hear this, but like huge shout out to Marco Mazzi on the music
Yes.
because it has
Mhm.
just been
yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, you currently have an
It's
earthquake.
bouncing.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know that's what I do.
Squeak, squeak.
He's always tapping his feet so it shakes.
I'm
I do
always
too.
always tapping my sheet
all the time be like,
He's
dude,
just excited.
you're shaking my microphone and everything.
Oh yeah, I mean,
When we were in the same room.
Yeah, all the way from Richard's house.
like for real though. Like I mean, I have been known to shake houses.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, you got to stop.
But yeah, I think that's a wrap, y'all.
Yeah.
That is a wrap.
Thank you all
That's
for
it.
watching. Thank you for listening to this after.
Thank you for continuing
Uh,
to listen. If you are
for
Yes.
everything. Listen.
Stuff.
Go
to-
listen
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, go
And
listen
if you
to our other
haven't yet,
shows.
yeah.
Fool's Quest.
And if you haven't yet, leave a review. Like seriously. You know,
Oh.
I don't know if we've gotten a lot of new reviews recently,
Oh, and
but
go ahead.
if you haven't, yeah, just go in and wherever it is and leave a review. Oh, the podcast was great. You know, their first series is over. You know, all that kind of stuff. Just let people know what you thought. You know, it doesn't take that long, and it would really help get some visibility on the show. Got all serious.
Something that
I'll turn this way.
I forgot. Something that I forgot to say earlier. Tisha doesn't just do stuff with Creative Typo. She's also over at Roll Gay Roleplay.
Oh.
Make sure you go and check that out too. And I'm sorry for not mentioning that earlier when we were talking about guest.
But yeah,
I don't mean to forget.
Roll Gay Roleplay is big friend of Creative Typos, but not a part of Creative Typo, at least not yet.
They're doing really well over there.
That's good.
Really good stuff.
We would really love it, but I mean, ultimately, that's not something that we've really even talked about.
Yeah, thank you everybody.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, thank you everyone for the support. It has been absolutely wonderful being able to do all of this and getting some feedback.
It was a blast.
I wrote this down. So before we started streaming this, Microphones and Monsters at a total downloads was 49,348.
Nice.
So we almost hit 50,000
Wow.
downloads before recording this.
Wow,
Cool.
that's awesome.
wow.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because we only had 250 episodes, give or take, including
Yeah.
Moron stuff.
222
And so-
plus Morons.
And the specials.
and Christmas special and all that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fewer than 300 episodes and 49, almost 50,000 downloads.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Incredible.
Thank you all.
Absolutely.
Like some of you finished the show.
Good job. You did it.
So, thank you.
But
Yeah, I think that's it.
yeah,
That's it.
we'll
That's
still
it.
be in the Discord, hanging
Yeah,
out.
we'll see you guys
talking to
around.
you
Still going to be
guys.
doing stuff.
We've
We got more stuff coming.
Yep, we got other projects coming through.
Absolutely.
So
But bye.
bye. Oh my gosh! If I
everybody.
wave
Yeah.
at them, they're
Yeah,
actually
they can
see-
they're
they can see
actually
us.
seeing me wave because I do this every single time I finish recording a Morons.
Bye.
Yeah.
Every
everybody.
time.
Have a wonderful time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay!
Okay,
Oh look, you got
Success.
this little
That's a wrap?
patron thing right there. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
It should
I
say
have it
as
muted.
as the beaver after
yeah.
Patrick T.
Why is there an
Arsenal.
E in the middle of
An E?
the patron screen?
E.
Just an E.
E.
That's the hidden.
See, it's a secret.
That's the hidden patron that has supplied us with all the money.
E. All right. I guess I'll stop
Oh yeah,
recording.
shit! I forgot there was a recording track.
Oh yeah.